3, 2, 1, roll. 1, 2, 3, roll one more time. Yes! Yes, you're swimming! You're swimming! You're a swimmer.
This was an amazing experience. I would recommend anybody that want to learn how to swim to contact Jonny. And once you finish your learning process, you're gonna be like me, being able to go to the water without being scared at all.
You did it. You did it. You did it. No help. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. This was an amazing experience, and I would recommend that to anybody. So again, please come call Jonny, email Jonny so he can put you up. Thank you.
Hey guys, Johnny Rocket here with a brand new series of 4 days. We're gonna teach Douglas and Afia how to swim in 4 days, 2 hours each day. I've been finding lately that semi-private lessons have been helping people progress maybe even faster. So if you have a friend or you have a spouse that you wanna come and learn with from me in Austin, Texas, email me right here. And then we can schedule that time and coordinate the flights and the hotel and make sure that you're situated and you get your 4 days from me in person. So this is October 2024. Someone asked if I'm still doing these things. Yes, this is very present. Now, if you're watching this in 2025, hopefully I'm still saying this, that we're still doing it. I'm also a little bit behind in communication because there's a lot of it now coming in lately. So if I don't get to you right away, don't email me twice the next day. Just wait and be patient. I'll get back to you very soon. With that said, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free. And we want to also thank our members for being members of our channel. Your contribution each month allows us to keep producing these videos. Like I have to pay for a cameraman, I have to pay for someone to edit the videos, we have to pay for the editing software. All that costs money, and your contribution helps us keep the process running smoothly. So I appreciate you guys very much. Buy the merch. And now let's hear from Douglas and Afia and listen to their story, and then we will dive right into it.
Hey, hi y'all. Here I am. My name is Douglas, and I am here today with my wife. I was just going on YouTube, and I saw this video of Jonny providing a personal lesson for swimming classes. And I have been waiting for this opportunity for so long because, as you know, if you have a family and you travel a lot with your kids and with your wife, of course, you look for an opportunity everywhere you go in the hotel and wherever you stay to spend some time in the water. So, because kids love water. But also for us as an adult, we've never had an opportunity to learn how to swim, to be coached by someone. So when I saw this opportunity on YouTube, I was like, this is the perfect one that I would like to take. So I spoke with my wife about it. But before even I speak with my wife, I contacted Jonny and I sent an email, and it was quick to answer. And we had a phone call. So he offered me days. And guess what? One of the sequence of the day just fall into the time that we had our wedding anniversary schedule. So we were planning to travel, and we say, whatever city you're gonna be, we'll be there. So we can seize that opportunity. So here we are in Austin, Texas, the first time. But here, the most important thing is we're going to start now learning for a session of 4 days how to swim. And I know I could read the confidence on Jonny's statement when we spoke from the first time, that I am going to provide you a lesson that will make you ready to swim, whatever you are. And I'm so happy that I love when I can learn from someone who has such a confidence. And I watch other people doing it. So the first video I watched on YouTube was also amazing. So I'm from Maine, and here I am at Austin, Texas, just to learn. So we book an hotel, we're gonna stay here, and we'll seize this opportunity to learn for 4 days. So you're gonna be following how our learning process will be. And at the end of the 4 days, I wanna get out of here being a swimmer. Yes, Jonny, we can do this. So thank you again for this opportunity, Jonny, that you've been giving to people. And believe me, we're gonna be your pioneer to spread the word so other people can join us and learn how to swim and be effective on it. And again, thank you. Please, after this video, we would like you to also contact Jonny to schedule based on your availability and the place you can be, because I was amazed to see that Hebrew offers multiple locations for training. So that's an opportunity that you can't get anywhere else. So I do appreciate that so much. So thank you, Jonny. Let's start.
Alrighty guys, so the first thing I always want to tell my students is that they will be able to swim by day 4, no problem. Now, the reason being is because everybody can swim. What separates a person from being a non-swimmer and a swimmer is whether or not you can get your own breath. If you can travel in water, get your own breath, and keep traveling, you're a swimmer. If you can't do that, you're not a swimmer because eventually you might drown. So that's our goal, but we're gonna be able to blow past that goal quite easily, I promise. Now, the first thing that we're gonna go over is how to stay buoyant in water, because what I wanna do is redevelop their relationship with water. Oftentimes as a beginner, you get into water and you feel uncomfortable because it's not a natural environment for humans, but it is if you do the right things. We actually are built to survive on land and in water. So if you do the right things, you'll be okay and you'll actually fall in love with water. Water will become a very peaceful place for you. There's a reason why water therapy exists, for physical therapy and for emotional therapy. So the first thing we do as humans is we need to stay low in water. We always want to stay to where our shoulders are in water. So I'm asking you both now to lower yourselves into the water until your shoulders are there. If it takes some time to get used to the temperature, that's okay. Whenever you get in water, at first it feels cold, but then it gets a lot warmer as you get used to it. Now, as you get lower, what you're gonna find is that your feet got lighter. So now you can kind of pull your feet off the bottom of the pool quite easily because your body just became 1/12 of its weight. There's very little gravity in water. So if you sink yourself all the way down to here, now you can pull your feet off the bottom and it'll take a lot longer for you to sink. When you're up here, if you pulled your feet off the bottom, you'd sink faster, okay? But when I pull my feet off the bottom here, which I'm doing right now I'm on the bottom again, took me a lot longer, okay? So staying low in water keeps you light, keeps you buoyant, okay? Now the three things that keep you above or at the surface of water, the buoyancy, the three things to buoyancy. The first is air in your lungs. So when you're in water, keep your tank, your air full. Take a deep breath. And now pull your feet up off the bottom. It'll be easy. Yeah, pull your feet up off the bottom, it'll be easy. Yep, keep your breath full of air. All of a sudden you got like almost weightless because your air is keeping up. Air has to escape water because water is a vacuum. It's like space. It's like being in space. You're floating now, like you're in space. But air can't live in water. So when I make bubbles, those bubbles rise back up to the surface and escape. The air escapes. Watch. The bubbles came back up, air escapes. So when you pull air into your lungs, that keeps you up. It keeps you up all day. Okay, now that's the first thing. The second thing that keeps you up in water is surface area. Now don't follow along with me on this one because I want to get behind you and help you with this one. But surface area also keeps you up in the water. So when you spread out, okay, as opposed to standing straight up and down. If I was in deep water and I stood straight up and down, I'd sink. The air in my lungs would bring me back up. But I wouldn't be able to stay there for very long, very easily. If I get on my back or on my belly and I spread out, all of a sudden it gets a lot easier. So surface area also keeps you up in the water. All right, now I'm gonna try it with each of you. Who wants to go first? All right, Douglas, you're first. Turn around.
Yeah.
Now lower yourself in the water and lay your head back. I'm gonna hold it like a football and you're gonna let your feet just come up off the bottom by taking a deep breath. Yeah. And they'll stay kind of sunk. Lay your chin back more. You don't have to worry about your legs. They'll sink. Let them sink. Just take a deep breath. Good. And now sit up. Excellent. Good. At first, you really wanted to keep your legs up.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter because your legs don't need oxygen. Your legs can sink. Your mouth needs oxygen. Your face is the one that needs oxygen. So keep your face up, chin up, and your chest will rise. My legs will sink all day. They're not going to come up until I start kicking them, and we're not there yet. That's part 3 to buoyancy, speed. Okay, when I slow down, I sink a little bit. Now the water's up to my glasses. Thank you to all the fun comments out there about these glasses. But when I have speed, I stay up. When I don't, I sink. Okay, so the 3 things keep you up in the water: air in your lungs, surface area, and speed. Momentum. Just like a boat. When a boat picks up speed, what happens to the front end of the boat? It rises because it's going fast. Okay, all right, turn around.
Yes.
Lower yourself in the water, chin back, deep breath in, and the legs will come up automatically. No, you know what? Stand up again. Stand up again. Sit down. Good. When you are going onto your back, I want to tell everybody this because it's something I discovered more recently. When you're going onto your back, rather than bringing your legs up, what I want you to do is let your legs stay on the bottom, take a deep breath in, and what I found is the legs come up off the bottom just enough. They don't need to come up more than that. Make sense? Okay. Lower yourself again, and this time, rather than bringing your legs up, just take that deep breath in. I promise the legs will come up. Good. Nice. Yeah. Now start kicking your feet. Good. Good. So now we're moving. These are the 3 things that keep you up. All right? I'm just introducing them to you right now. We will perfect them soon. Okay? And then over the 4 days, you'll get so good at doing them after reviewing them that you'll want to do them on your own. Good. Yeah. Okay, so turn around. Good. Lower yourself in the water. Head back. Deep breath. And the legs will come up naturally. Now start kicking them. Fast feet. Yeah, kicking the water. Good. It's okay if you don't think you're kicking right yet. Just stand up. It's okay if you don't think you're kicking right yet because that's a part of the lesson. I'm going to teach you how to kick. Right now I'm teaching you how to be buoyant. Okay? So proper kick would help, right? But it's not completely necessary. We need to follow the steps in order. Step 1 is just training them, redeveloping the relationship with water. Now I'm actually going to teach them how to breathe when they're in the water. Because how to breathe gives you more confidence. If you're afraid of water getting in your breath and disrupting it, you have no confidence. It's going to be harder to learn new things. So, how you breathe in water is always with your mouth, never again with your nose. Breathe with your mouth once you enter water. That's it. From there on out, just standing here, become a mouth breather. Because your mouth is a wider cavity and you have more control over it. I can spit water out of my mouth easily because I have coordination with my tongue and my lips. I can't spit water out with my nose. So if you are out there and you're getting water up your nose, stop breathing in with your nose. And if you still get water up your nose, then I'm going to teach you how to cycle breathe. And I think everybody should learn how to cycle breathe, even though eventually you move out of the cycle breath and more into just breathing in and out with your mouth. But a cycle breath is in with the mouth, out with the nose. It's the opposite of yoga and the opposite of most activities. So you would take a deep breath in with your mouth, close it, and then now release it through your nose. Deep breath in with the mouth, lock it, and release it with your nose, okay? The next step, once they get comfortable doing that, just being in water, is now I'm gonna have them do it underwater. But not yet. I want them to keep practicing while they watch me demonstrate what's next. The next thing is you take a deep breath with your mouth, lower your face in the water till your nose goes in, and blow the air out with your nose. Release the air out. You're gonna do the same exact breath, but now it's underwater as you exhale, instead of up here as you exhale. Okay? Now, before you go, let me teach you the oompa. Oompa, like Oompa Loompas from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, is how you keep yourself calm and how you release air slower, because you're gonna hum. It goes like this. Pa. Pa. Now I'm gonna speed it up for the viewers while they start doing the oompas above water. Don't go under you. Pa. 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 What's happening is, I'll take it step by step. The hum is releasing air slower. You could hum for approximately 10 to 20 seconds. But when I had you before taking a deep breath in and then just releasing it, how long did that take? 2 seconds? Yeah, not enough. You released your air too quickly. We don't want to release our air underwater all at once. That's never a good idea to go, now I'm out of air, okay? We want to release air slowly in water, never fast. So instead, we're gonna hum, because you can hum and release air slower. So long as air is coming out of your nose, it is impossible for water to go up your nose. Your body's a vacuum too. Your lungs are a vacuum too. They don't want water in. So all you have to do, just the lightest, tiniest hum, and air's coming out, impossible for water to go up. so that keeps you calmer. The hum also creates vibrations in water that keep your body calmer. It creates a certain frequency that keeps your body calm, okay, because of the sound waves, right? And thirdly, when you come up and you go, pa, all that's doing is clearing the water away from your face, okay? Good, come up right away. You don't have to go under for very long until you get more used to it. Yeah, all you have to do, just give me a couple bubbles, that's all. We're getting your brain used to using the right instincts and not the wrong instincts. Hum it out. Hum underwater. Yeah, hum. Good, very good. That's a lot better, yeah. It feels weird at first. In fact, it tickles a little bit, right? Once you start realizing that the water's not gonna hurt you, then you gain more confidence. So let it tickle you. Hilarious, fun. Let me see yours, Douglas. Good, deep breath in with your mouth. Do it again. Good. All right, I want you to practice as many as you can in a row.
Right.
With one inhale as you come up as I continue working with her. Okay. Ready? Deep breath in with your mouth. Get the air out of your nose. Does water ever go up your nose? No? Okay, then don't blow out of your nose. Just do it with your mouth. Yeah, you don't have to blow out anymore. Good. Good.
Wow.
Part one was teaching them how to remain buoyant in the water. Part two, step two, was teaching them how to breathe. Now step three is I'm going to teach them how to stand up in water. Because when you leave your feet, because we're about to have to do more floating and more kicking and things like that, but when you leave your feet, it's very important that you know how to get back to your feet. Otherwise, you get very nervous and very scared about how to get up and how to leave that position that you were in. So let me teach them how to stand up in water now, okay? I also call these dismounts. Dismount is just one word for stand up, but they're both two syllables. I don't know why I say dismount so much, but I call it a dismount, like you're getting off a horse, because you're getting off this activity to stand up. So it's kind of like a dismount. But we're going to start from the back. The back one is actually the harder one. So I like to start with that one because I also start people on their back for floating. And when you stand up from being on your back, the first thing you want to do is sink your hips. By the end of it, you're going to do all three steps at once. But step one of standing up from your back is to sink your hips, as if you're sitting down on a couch or in a chair. Okay, already now, I sunk my hips. My feet are already on the ground, but I'm still not balanced. If I were to try to stand up, I'd flip off the bottom and go back into a float. So I'm not there yet. Step one, sink your hips. Step two, pull your head forward as if you're sitting up in bed. Okay, so you're gonna go like this. Now, in order to do that, step three, and like I said, all three steps have to happen at once, which we'll take it step by step and then start making you put it all together. But step three is the arm twirl. You got to use your arms to help create momentum to pull your hips backwards and pull your head forwards. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when you pull your hands forward, your hips come backwards. Okay? Your action is that you're pulling your hands forward. Your reaction is that your hips go backwards. When you get to this point where you sink your hips, you're not done. You need to arm twirl to get your hips backwards and your head forwards so that you're balanced. If you try to stand up from here, you're not balanced, you're gonna slip. If you stand up from here, you're balanced. You can stand right up. So you gotta use your arms to twirl. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do before you even get to your back is start twirling your arms, pulling water through your hips, right by your hips, away from you, okay? And you'll find that the stronger you pull, the harder water gets. That's because water does get harder the stronger you pull. There's more resistance. Higher speeds have more resistance. If you were falling off a boat at full speed, the water would almost feel like cement. It hurts. Hurts a lot. Yes. Because you're going so fast. So, just like this, if you pull softly, the water feels soft. But if you pull hard, The water feels hard. The water gets heavy all of a sudden. Hard. Yep. You want to create power. Okay. Douglas, why don't you go first? So I'm going to get you onto your back and then I'll take you step by step. Now, right here is normally when I have to actually do a disclaimer with both of you. In the world of swimming and teaching any sport, most coaches are going towards two forms of the three learning types, visual and auditory learning. So I could teach you by just telling you, and I could teach you by showing you, and that would be about it. Or there's kinesthetic learning, which is where I have my hands on you and I'm touching your hips and I'm grabbing your legs and I'm moving you. It might be a little intrusive. I might be grabbing your head. If it gets uncomfortable, let me know.
Not for us at all.
Okay, good. But
So
I
be
figured,
assured.
because I have found that kinesthetic learning is the way. It's the best way.
I do agree with you.
Okay,
Can
good.
I teach yourself so I can relate to what you say?
Perfect. All right, sounds good. So lower yourself in the water. Lay your head back. Deep breath in. Your legs will come up, and that's all we want, because now we're going to actually sit down in the water. Sit your hips down in the water. Good. Now use your arms to twirl your hips backwards and lean your head. Yeah, like that. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Already you wanted to use the wrong instincts. And
Yes,
then you
I
twirled
know.
your arms, and it was like, oh,
Push you.
now that's the right instinct. See how we're getting rid of the wrong instincts that get you into trouble?
That's true.
And we're teaching you new instincts. Good. Your turn. Turn around. Okay. Lower yourself in the water. Good. Chin back. Watch out, Douglas. Hold on. Deep breath in. Good. Now, sit down in the water. Sit your hips down. Now, twirl your arms through your hips to pull them backwards. Yeah, pull your hips backwards. Pull them backwards. Pull them backwards. You want to pull them backwards so that you lean forwards. Does that make sense? Yeah, all of a sudden, once the balance shifted, you almost couldn't stop it. Right? That's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to shift the balance. Okay? So we got to get the hips back, because if the hips don't go back, the balance is still there. We got to get the hips behind us, so the balance is hips back here, head in front, and we can stand up from there. All right, sit down. Now arm twirl. Good. 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 The more you do it, the less support I'll start to give you,
yeah.
so that you're starting to develop the right muscles. But usually on the first attempt, for you instructors out there, for the first couple attempts, you should very much help them up, because they don't know which muscles to target yet to use to help them up. So help them up. And then as they get better at it, you'll notice my hands kind of stay here, and he has to start coming out of my hands instead of my hands helping him up, okay? All right, around. Chin up. Deep breath. Good, arms under. Good, sit down in the water with your hips. Sit down, you fit. Good, and then twirl your arms. Back. Sit down in the water, yeah, there you go. Now twirl your arms to bring your hips backwards and your head up. Yep, pull through the water, pull through. Yeah, do it a couple times. You can do it a few times. You can do it as many times as you need. Right, and keep pulling, keep pulling. Pull your hips backwards.
You want to go.
Pull your hips backwards. Yep, pull them backwards and lean your head forwards. Lean your head forwards. There you go. It's hard, it's hard. It's not natural. I know, that's why you have to learn it, because it's not natural. It's two different sitting motions. You're sitting down and you're sitting up. You're sitting down in your chair, but you're sitting up in your bed. Okay? You're sitting down in your chair, and you're sitting up in bed. Right? So let's go one more time. Turn around, and I'll teach you how to do it from the down. Lower yourself. Chin goes back. Very good. Deep breath in. Now lower your hips.
Pose le pied en bas.
Good.
Maintenant, fais comme
Sit
si
up.
tu revenais comme ça. Alors, maintenant, tu pousses là avec le.
And keep twirling your arms to move your hips. Keep twirling your arms to shift your balance. Yeah, that shifts your balance.
You have already.
Hey, think about it like this. You can stand up and just push your hips forward, and then put your arms backwards, and then switch. Pull your hips forward, stand up. Yeah, like that. Or stand up, pull your hips forward, and then do it. Yeah, you're shifting your balance. So, okay, you get it? So, arms back here, hips forward. Now, switch. Switch. Pull the arms forward. Yeah! Do that a few times. Do that a few times. Do it again. Arms back. Arms back. Hips forward. Now switch. That's how you sit up. That's how you sit up in bed. Okay? Good. Let's see you do it on your own. Go ahead, turn around. Lower yourself. Chin back, deep breath. Legs will come up. Let the legs come up. Good. Now sit down and sit up. Yeah, good. Excellent. Lower yourself. Chin back. Deep breath. Yep, you're good. The reason that felt awkward is because you're going into your back float too high. If you can, if you can, widen your legs so you can get lower in the water, and then we'll go in slower. The lower and slower you are, the smoother it is. Good. Deep breath in. All right. Sink the hips. Sit up in bed. Arm twirl. Yep. Switch. Good. And now you should feel balanced. Yeah. Good. All right. The next step will be to teach you guys how to float off on your belly and how to dismount on your belly. Don't worry. We're going to come back to the back one. Plenty. Okay. It's going to be the one you do the most this weekend because it's the harder one and it's the most important one. There are 3 total of these. That's the first one. Okay? The second dismount is how to get up from when you're floating on your belly or swimming on your belly or kicking on your belly, whatever we might be doing this weekend. How do you then stop and stand up? That's what I'm going to teach you next. All right? So to get up from being on your belly, you're going to have your arms out in front of you and you're going to pull your knees to your chest by pulling through the water. Okay? Knees to chest by pulling through your hips, the opposite direction that we were pulling before. Before we were pulling it this way. Now we're pulling it that way. Okay? I'll show you. Once I pull through, my knees will be underneath me, trying to get them to my chest. My feet will be flat. All I have to do is plant them on the ground and stand up. This is an easier one. This one's much easier. All right, so you'll float on your belly, arms out in front. And for the first one, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use me, and I'm gonna hold you, and it'll be much, much easier because you'll push down on me. Deep breath, face in the water. Yeah, nice, good. Do it again, this time with your face in the water to start. Okay. Deep breath and pull. Go ahead. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Good. This one's easier, trust me. You'll get this one. Okay. Deep breath. Hold it. Face in the water. And pull. Good. Yeah. Wow. She pulled so hard. Oh, nice. You pulled so hard, you pulled right through. He's trying to see if it works. It works, doesn't it? You've been wondering all your life, how do I stand up? Now you know. Good. Good. Oh, you're going to pull through again. Nice. Stand up, stand up. Good. We need to probably get you more comfortable with your face in the water. You're not so sure about that, are you? That's okay. Yeah. That's okay. All right. So the first thing I want you to do, lower yourself until your chin is in the water. Just your chin. So you can still breathe. Now I want you to talk to me. Tell me how your day's going.
It's going good.
Good.
We have been visiting around.
Good. So by you being able to talk with the water right there on your face, that's helping break that nervousness that your brain, that fight or flight that you're experiencing. Okay? Water's not going to hurt you here. Okay. Now close your lips. Lips in the water. Now breathe with your nose. Weird, huh? You're now breathing in the water. Good. Are you breathing? Yeah, good. Okay, come on up. Good. Strange, right? Stay low. Strange, right? Because now you feel as if one instinct is telling you to stop breathing, but then you're forcing yourself to breathe. The point is, if you even have your nose out of the water, you could breathe. Now, I normally tell all my students, don't breathe with your nose when you get in the water, but this is a special case because she has a little bit of a fear of the water going above her head. So I've got to get her over that. That's okay. Okay, come on up. Good. Not all the way up, just up to here. Up to here. Yeah, you got to be comfortable lower in the water. Right. Now, the next step, take a deep breath with your mouth and then make a bubble in your mouth like this. Yeah, puff your cheeks out. Yes, like that. Now lips in the water. Yeah, come on up. Doesn't that feel much better somehow? Yeah, go low again. Now, bubble in mouth, nose in the water. Good. Way better, isn't it? Yeah. See, the bubble in your mouth, what it does is it pushes against your nose, so then water doesn't get in your nose as easy, right? And it also creates pressure against the roof of your mouth that helps water not go down your nose. So now water doesn't go up your nose as easy, and it doesn't go down your nose. Does that make sense? That's why the bubble in your mouth, I really like for people who are having a hard time getting their whole head underwater. Make a bubble with your mouth. Those problems will start to go away. Okay, let's do it again. And then lower as deep as you want. Good. Yep. You feel a lot better now, don't you? Good. You're also not pressing down on me anymore. So you've all of a sudden become one with the water. You've finally redeveloped that relationship with water. Good job. I bet you could even lift one foot off the bottom super easily, or both feet. Yeah. See how easy that is now? It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Good job. Come on now. Good job. You just went weightless. When you can go weightless in the water, you become lighter than a feather. All of a sudden now you're going to back float. And it's almost like I won't have to hold you up. So let's try it on the belly float again. So you'll hold me, but this time when you put your face in the water, bubble in mouth. And then pull through and stand up, okay? With your bubble in your mouth.
Yeah, do that again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah! Look at that. In literally two steps, we just got that whole thing taken care of. So for those of you out there who might have fear of water going over your head, please email me, come see me, because I will help you in less than 2 minutes. That took less than 2 minutes. That was amazing. Do it again. Yep, full float. Good. Wow, you're not putting any pressure on my arms anymore. That's amazing. So now I'm going to teach them how to kick. Okay, a lot of people come out here and they're not sure if they're kicking properly. So even if they are kicking properly and I don't have to teach them anything new, well, at least I'll give them the confidence that they're doing it right. Okay, and if they're not doing it right, I'm here to fix that and show them how to do it correctly. For those of you out there who aren't here with me, proper kick is a loose floppy foot. Okay, I don't have any control on my foot. I pretend as though my feet are crippled. They don't work. Okay, they're just floppy now. They're just floppy fins. All right, and I kick with my hip flexor and my knee to kick up. So I start it from my hip, and then I pull my knee up. And I let the one foot flip off. I find that if you practice this with one foot, if you're able to balance, hold on to a wall with one foot, practice this with one foot, you'll find it might be easier to create that whip.
Bend.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead, do it again. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, ballerina. Yep. You don't have to point if it cramps up your foot. If it cramps up your foot, don't point, but definitely don't flex. This is a bad kick. This will actually make you go backwards. Watch, it's fascinating. You kick with straight legs and your feet flexed, you go backwards. It's the weirdest thing.
Well,
You have to keep your feet floppy to kick forwards. Okay? No.
wow.
All right, let me see your kick. Good. Now, if you, there you go. You want to be able to create like a boil effect.
Right.
Want it to look like the water's boiling. Okay? Now, leave it up here and do a few from up here. Do a few. Good. Over and over. Faster. Good, now do it with the other foot. You do that too. So now raise your foot up, but don't let it sink back down and do multiples. Okay? Yeah, it's hard. You might have to hold your leg up. It's okay, it's hard. All right, and relax. Good. The next test is we're gonna put them on the stairs and have them kick both legs at the same time as a kickboard floats away from them, just to make sure that they're kicking water backwards and not just up and down, okay? So when you kick both legs at the same time now, you're gonna kick them as fast as you can, like the water's boiling, okay? Go ahead. The harder you kick, the faster this kickboard floats away. Good. Good. Excellent. Okay? Same thing. Yeah, you felt yourself getting slammed back into there, right? That means your kick is good. 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 So they know how to kick properly now. So we're gonna get them back onto their backs, back onto their bellies, going over the floating and the standing up. So they're gonna be reviewing already how to stand up in the water, how to float, as they now add in kicks. So it'll look like this. We'll start from the back. We'll do it on the back first. You'll go chin up, deep breath, and then you'll start kicking like you just did. And you'll be way better this time. And then you'll practice standing up, and I'll help you. Lower yourself in the water, chin back, deep breath in. Now start kicking. Yeah. Now you can breathe when you're on your back. Breathe. It keeps you calm. Breathe with your mouth. Good. Good. And stand up. Excellent dismount. Excellent dismount. You're swimming. Lower yourself. Chin back. Deep breath in. Good. Arms underwater and kick. Yeah. Good. You can kick underwater. It's actually better to kick underwater when you're on your back. Wow, you're moving nicely. You just got light as a feather. It's time to stand up. So sit down. Now sit up and use your arms. Good. You're okay. You're okay. If I thought this was too deep for you, I wouldn't have brought you here. Don't worry. Okay. Good job. Good job. So she's swimming now too. Both of them. They're both now swimming 10 yards. This is awesome. Even though I had my hands on their head, I will tell you that both of them were weightless. That means I wasn't really helping. I wasn't holding them up. I just had my hands there for confidence, so they had more confidence. Good. Yeah, to keep your belly up more, use your arms too. Yeah. Yeah, look how easy that is. Good. Now, let's go a little farther this time. Okay. Let's go farther, come on. Good. Sometimes I'll push you kind of hard. Now dismount. Yeah. Sometimes I'll push the student a little bit farther, but I'm not gonna make him go into deep water until like I would tell him first. I would never force him into deep water. I would always tell him first. The 3 rules to adult lessons. Don't get frustrated.
Yes.
Be patient. Practice. Practice. Don't get frustrated. Be patient. Practice. Lower yourself. Chin back. And just fall in with a deep breath. Fall in. I'll catch you. Fall in. Deep breath. You did it. See? You did it. Good. Now start kicking. Good. Fast feet. And now start using your hands too. Good. You're all on your own, really. Look at that. All right. Dismount. Sit up. Sit down, I mean. And sit up. Good job. Yeah, the dismounts will get better. I'll keep giving you support. The dismounts will get better as your muscles keep developing, the right ones. Good job. So next up, before the break, last part before the break is we're gonna do this on our belly. Okay, so you're gonna have your face in the water, bubble in mouth, and start kicking with your arms in front. And then dismount.
Okay.
Stand up in front of you.
I'm coming.
Okay. Don't pull yet. It's okay that he's pulling, but don't pull yet. Good. You almost went backwards with those hands. Make sure you go forwards with those hands. Nice. Now, I'm okay with him pulling right now, but if you're a beginner out there, don't pull right away. Just kick with your arms out in front.
I could.
Because that'll be ready for the dismount. Your arms went backwards because they weren't here. I love how you know. You're like, oh, I get it. Arms in front. Yep, I'll actually give you more support than that. There you go. Bubble in mouth. Face in the water. You ready? Good. Kick, kick, kick. Now dismount. Good. That's all you need to do at first. That's all you need to do first. Good. Good. Get any water away or out of your mouth or your nose, and then, yeah, we'll do it again. Let's see yours. Kick, kick, kick. Good. And dismount. Nice. Okay, I know you're wondering, so let me tell you right now, the reason that you sink so much at the beginning is because you're jumping up. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If you lower yourself and then just lean forward and start kicking, you won't sink. Yeah. That's all right.
Good.
That's all right. It's not a big one until you start doing it from your back like this.
Oh, that's when you go.
That's when it becomes a problem.
Yes.
Okay, because nobody wants to be on their back underwater with their face out getting water straight up their nose. All right, here we go. Deep breath. Moving forward, start kicking. Good. And dismount when you're ready. Go ahead.
I think.
Good. She said, oh, I'll kick longer. I'll kick longer. Good job. Correct. My arms. Okay, you want to try pulling on your own? What you'll do is you'll pull off my arms.
Oh, okay.
Pull off my arms, okay? Yeah. Good, you're ready. Good. Go ahead. Good job, good job, good job. You know what happened is you brought one leg forward instead of two. Bring both legs forward, okay?
Yeah.
That's what happened. Do it again. But you did a nice job of sliding right off. Good job. Okay, whenever you're ready. Yeah, nice. There you go. Good job. Good. Looking really smooth. Nice. All right, it's break time, okay? Let's take a break.
Okay.
We're gonna take a small break. For those of you out there who think that we doctor these videos in any way, not at all. These are real-time lessons. So the reason that they're not 8 hours of lessons is because we take breaks. Sometimes we get in after a few minutes of chit-chatting about what's gonna happen. Sometimes we need to end a few minutes early, but whatever. They're not gonna be exactly 8 hours because there's not exactly 8 hours of footage. Plus then when we get in, we try to take out any unnecessary like mistakes that I make while I'm trying to speak to the camera, which there's more than you think, as well as cutting out any sort of dead space or things that aren't necessary, that aren't like showing you anything. So we keep it all as authentic and as raw as we can, as minimal edits as possible, but we do try to make it an enjoyable viewing experience for you. So remember to splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to all our members who make this possible. So part number 2 of day number 1, we're gonna go ahead and start getting them moving on their bellies and their backs a little more efficiently. I'm gonna teach them how to do traveling bobs, things that'll help them make stronger the concepts that they just learned, okay? If we get to some pineapples where I have them flip from belly to back and back to belly, that'd be great. I might also introduce them to fins next too. Next thing we're gonna do is to review the breathing. We're gonna do something called traveling bobs. Earlier, I had you just staying in place, but now I'm gonna have you travel. Okay, I want you moving and breathing. It's two things at once.
Okay.
That's just in case you ever fall into water that's just barely too deep.
That happened to me in Florida. I was after.
You could bounce, breathe, bounce, breathe, bounce, breathe. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want you to practice traveling bobs now, okay? Stay low. Go ahead. Deep breath in, blow it out, or hold it when you go in. Either one works. If you're gonna do bubble in mouth, just hold it when you go in. If you're gonna blow out when you go in. Or, okay? And you're bouncing as you do it. Good. 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 Excellent. All right. Same thing back. I'll meet you on the other side. Good. Okay. Excellent. Now, the next part is to get them moving on their backs a little bit quicker and on their own. So, what I'm gonna have them do is hold my head first, and I'm gonna show them what it's like when a swimmer is imbalanced and what it's like when a swimmer is balanced. So when a swimmer is imbalanced, they'll be pushing back on their head too much, or they'll be lowering their chin too much. Either way, bad news. So I'm gonna have Douglas hold me first. You're gonna hold my head the way I held your head earlier.
Sure.
Okay? So there's two ways that a swimmer's not balanced. This, or this. Okay? Now all of a sudden, I just got really light, didn't I?
I cannot feel it.
You can't feel me anymore, right? That's how you want to be. How do you get there? You keep your chin up till it's higher than your forehead. Right here. That pulled my legs off the bottom. Now they'll sink, and all I have to do is kick them lightly, and they'll come back up. But if I go too far back, or if I look down at my feet, I'm not balanced. Okay? And our body needs to balance in the water because your body's like a seesaw in water. If one end comes up, the other end goes down. Okay? Now, if I brought my legs up too high, my head would go down. Okay? So I don't want that either.
Yeah.
When I'm on my back, everything's underwater except my face. Everything's underwater except my face. Now I want you to hold my head. Okay? Hold your hands out. Okay. So the first way people balance, and it's not good,
You feel the head.
or they do
You
this.
feel the head. Okay? But look,
This is
look
how I
out.
want you to be.
You don't feel it. You see? Yeah, that's
Okay?
amazing, huh?
It's like I'm lighter than a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right. Now start kicking and paddling. Good. Paddling too. Good. And you're on your own. Keep your face up. Good. Excellent. Look, folks, he's swimming on his own. Now dismount. Sit down and sit up. Good. Good. Yeah, he's swimming all on his own now. That's awesome. He's doing it, baby. I love it. All right, turn around. Lower yourself. Chin back. Deep breath in. Good. Start kicking. Yep, kicking fast because you're trying to move yourself. And then now start paddling too. Hands on the water. Chin up. Good. You're on your own. Good. You're doing good. Keep yourself up. And dismount. Sit down and sit up. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, you're both moving on your own. Nice. Same thing. Lower yourself. Let's see if you can get yourself started too. Deep breath in. Start kicking and paddling. Good. Face up, face up, face up. Good. Nope. That's all right. Recover. Get it out of your nose.
Yes.
Take time. It's okay. Take your time. So, what you saw happen there was he got really good at stretching out his body. So much so that he tried to bring his legs up and he was pushing his head down.
Yeah.
So, if you get to that point where you're really stretched out and you feel good, at that moment right there, pretend as though there's a magnet hovering in the air right above your face, and I want you to pick your face up. It doesn't need to go back anymore on the x-axis.
Yes.
It needs to come up on the y-axis. Lay low, chin back, deep breath. And then I want you to start kicking. I'm gonna see if you can do it on your own. Good, kick, 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 good, good. Chin back more, good. And sit down. Both legs sit down and then stand up. Yeah, ooh, nice, nice. The end of that there, you shot right up. That was awesome, good job. Excellent, okay. The other thing you should try to do is stretch out your belly. I didn't mention this before, I should have, but when you're on your back, so it's chin up, belly up, legs down. Okay? Chin up, belly up, legs down. So you're gonna have a little arch in your back. You're gonna have a little arch in your back. Good. Clear it out. And then when each one of you goes back again, I'm gonna get your back to arch the right way, okay? All right. Okay. So you wanna stretch like this, legs down. Pull your legs down. Pull them down. There we go, there it is. Now kick, legs down, kick them. Keep them under, keep the face up. Yeah. Now you'll stay up like this the whole way. Not too much, not too much. Good, all right, good. Now you'll be able to stay up and stay smooth the whole way like I do, okay? You got it, but you got to get your legs lower. You love to bring your legs up.
So I have to get it lower.
Correct. Everybody hates sinking legs. All beginners out there, they hate sinking legs. Don't worry about it. Let them sink.
Okay.
Your sinking legs, once you start kicking towards the bottom, where's your body going?
Up.
Up. Where do we want it?
Up.
Your legs are doing the right thing by sinking. They're kicking water down so you stay up. If you start kicking water up, you're going down. If you start kicking it up,
Down, yeah.
I made my way all the way to the bottom. Okay? So you want your legs down so that it's propelling you upwards. Good. Okay, breathe with your mouth. Breathe with your mouth. There you go. That's way easier. Now sit up. Good. Mind yourself to breathe with your mouth.
Yeah.
Deep breath. I've got you, but I'm trying to see if you can do it on your own. Good. Kicking and paddling. Now, I haven't done this for you yet. Arch your back. Stretch your belly out. Yeah. Legs under. Legs down.
Legs down.
There you go. Wow, she flexed. She did it way better than you did. Good. Now you can sit down. Sit down. Sit down. And sit down. Yeah. Good. 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 You'll remember the sit down. It's day one. Don't worry. You'll remember. You'll get it. Nice. So you stretched out your belly a lot easier than he did. He's got to remind himself to let those legs sink. Think of your body as just an upper torso, right? It's funny. So dogs don't have good, what they call rear end awareness. They don't have a good knowledge of what their rear end is doing, their butt. That's why sometimes they see their tail and they're like, what is that? Because they don't realize they have a bottom. Dogs think of themselves as chest, 2 legs, and a head. Dogs think that they're just this. They don't realize that they have a booty. So as you need to be more like a dog. Be more like someone who just thinks of themselves as an upper body, and that lower body is disconnected, and it just kicks. Yep, it's disconnected and it just kicks. For now. For those competitive swimmers out there going, no, shouldn't you be engaging your core? I'm teaching beginners right now, okay? I'm not teaching Olympic athletes, okay? There's a difference. So I'm gonna teach them how to use a kickboard now, and then I'll put fins on them for the very first time. They're gonna love fins. Now, for the kickboard, this is not a flotation device, which means it doesn't keep you up. Now, it does float. Even if I were to try and drop it like that, it would fall over and float because it's made out of foam. But what I mean is, don't rely on this as like a life vest when you go swimming. Don't do that, okay? So our hands are at the top of a board when you're kicking, and your arms are fully stretched out. When you kick, your shoulders will be underwater, and the nose of the kickboard will be above the surface. So the back of the kickboard might be dipping in a little bit, all right? And you're kicking forwards and upwards, like this. Okay, this keeps my head up, allows me to breathe the whole time. Now, if I'm a fast enough and efficient enough kicker, I'll even splash. But not all of you beginners will be splashing at first. I might be splashing, you might not be. That's okay, all right? So with the kickboard all the way out in front, you are balanced. So I'm gonna teach you a concept. called 4-quadrant swimming. Your body swims in 4 quadrants to stay balanced. The first quadrant is from fingertips to your head. Your second quadrant is from your head through your upper back. Your third quadrant is from your upper back through your glutes. And your fourth quadrant are your legs. If you swim like this, you're not swimming in 4 quadrants, you're imbalanced, you're gonna tip over. Okay? In order to stay balanced in water, you gotta keep your arms out in front. Arms out in front. This is how you stay balanced. You won't tip over like this. All right? Okay, deep breath. And remember, you're gonna be breathing with your mouth. 3, 2, 1, lean forward. Start kicking. And remember, like I told you instructors out there, for the first attempt, you need to be there, holding them, giving them confidence, okay? Maybe even his elbows. Now, I want you're good. Were you starting to kick the ground there?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're kicking, also kick in 2 directions. Not just down, kick down and up. Pull the leg back up too. A lot of us just kick the water down. You need to be kicking down and up. So your legs are constantly doing a scissor. Okay? Yes. All right, straighten out the elbows. We're gonna go a little bit farther. 3, 2, 1. Kick down and up. Kick up. Good. Good. Bigger kicks. Yeah. Good. Floppy feet. Good. And you can stop here. Nice. And for a dismount, it's easy because the kickboard's already on the front of you. It's pressed down on it a little bit. Yep, there you go. Forward. Deep breath in. Bubble in mouth. Start kicking. And now you can breathe. Good. Good. Your legs are having a hard time coming up? All right. That's all right. We're going to go back this way. Turn around. We're going to go back this way, but I'm going to make sure that those legs stay up a little easier, okay? I'm going to hold you differently. Deep breath. And start kicking. There you go. Good. 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 You don't have to keep your head up so high, by the way. Good job. Sorry if my knee got you in the thigh there.
No.
Hey, you don't have to hold your head up so high. Let it just sit here. Remember when I had your chin in the water? You could still breathe, right? Okay. Hands at the top. Lean forward. Good. Deep breath. Breathe with your mouth. Now kick a little bit bigger. Yeah, and kick with your hips. There we go. Yeah. You actually want to be pushing the water backwards with each kick, so the bigger the better. And relax. Good. No, you're fine. Yeah. Well, we're going to figure that out when the fins come on. You're good. Take a deep breath with your mouth. Clear anything out if you need to. If water gets in your mouth, spit it out. Also pressing down on the board, maybe a little bit too much. Okay, try to pull the board upwards instead of pressing it down a little bit. 3, 2, 1, chin, chin. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Kicking with the chin in the water. Good, good. Oh, now you're much lighter. Good job. You're hardly putting any pressure on the board. Pull the board up. Pull the board up towards the surface. Yeah. Your body will sink a little bit, but you won't go underwater because you've got air in your lungs, okay? Because you've got air in your lungs, because you're spread out, and because you're kicking, you won't sink. So let your body stay as low as possible. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Good. Stay as low as possible. I know that scared you, but you're okay. Let it go down again. Let it lower. Stretch the arms forward. Good. Good. Shoulders underwater. Shoulders underwater.
Shoulder, shoulder.
And stop. Good. All right. So, one of the reasons that, and also your legs might be sinking if you're using a kickboard, is because your head is up. So when you have your head up, your legs get lower. So the next step for them is to put their heads down on the board while they kick, and then pick it up to breathe, put it down, pick it up to breathe. Like we were doing this earlier when we were doing traveling bobs. Now they're gonna have the kickboard while they're kicking, okay? Got it? So deep breath, Facing the water. Good. Look how much easier that is. Big kicks. Now breathe. Well, you breathed out, but you didn't breathe in. Breathe in too. Good. Yep. I think you just kept exhaling.
Not breathing in.
inhaling.
Okay.
Exhale and then stay up until you inhale and then go back down. Okay?
Beautiful.
Deep breath. Face down. Come up. Blow it out. Breathe it in. Good. Blow it out. Breathe it in. Blow it out. Breathe it in. Good. Yeah, once he puts fins on, he's going to be able to support himself. Good. And start kicking. Now, bubble in mouth. Face in the water. And breathe. Good. Again. Good. Breathe in. Good. 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 With the kickboard, she's mastering this pretty quickly. Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, a little bit. A little bit. With the kickboard, you got him licked. All right. Deep breath. Good. When you breathe, don't press down on the board. Just lift your head. Okay? Just lift your head. Lift the head. Yeah, without pressing down on the board. Good. Yeah, no, it's weird, isn't it? That is your balance, right? It's weird. And all of a sudden you fell off balance. Yeah. And that's because swimming is all about finding your balance and staying balanced. Okay? Because when you stay balanced, you can stay float, you can stay swimming, you can stay calm, you can stay everything when you're balanced. So fins kick water more effectively. You can, with each leg pump, you'll kick a lot more water. Now, technically it gets harder because you're kicking more water, but you'll actually find it significantly easier to swim with fins on. So you can't walk in fins forwards because the blades will trip you. You have to walk backwards. Okay, you have to shuffle your feet backwards. Shuffle them backwards and look behind you where you're going so you know that you're not about to bump into someone or something. So you're just constantly checking behind you to make sure everything behind you is clear, but you need to travel backwards with fins on. So now if I were to get back to them with my fins on, I'd literally do that until I'm there, okay? Now to get up with fins on, to stand up with fins on after floating, you have to do it from your back, okay? You have to get from your back to your feet. If you were swimming on your belly, that doesn't matter. You've got to get to your back first. Because when you do this from your belly, if you were to try and stand up like this, like normal, the fins would trip you and you'll fall back in because they're gonna hit the bottom of the floor. Okay? So when you're on your belly, you got to roll to your back and then dismount from your back. Okay? And I'll teach them how to do that soon. They don't need to do this first part. For this first part, you're just gonna kick on your back with the fins and then stand up from your back. Lower yourself, chin back, deep breath, start kicking. Yeah, wow, nice, there we go. Now you're moving all on your own. Good, good, good. And stand up. Well, you don't need to roll. You don't need to roll because you're already on your back. So just stand up on your back. Yeah. You're already on your back. Okay, lay the head back. Start kicking. You can start yourself. Good. Good. I'm going to turn you just so you don't run into that lane line. Excellent. Stand up. Stand up. Good. Good. Excellent. Yeah. You go really fast with fins. Think of fins as like training wheels. They help you learn faster. You'll be able to balance easier now. You'll be able to learn drills tomorrow and the next day. You'll be able to do everything we do so much easier. And then I'm going to force you to buy your own pair of fins.
Yes, we will.
So that you can swim with them all for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Lower yourself. Chin back. Start kicking. Yep. Nice. Wow. Nice. Faster feet and you'll go even faster. Yeah, like smaller, faster kicks maybe. Look at you. Nice. And now we're gonna stand up. Woohoo!
Almost done.
Wasn't that fun? Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier, isn't it? Yeah, so much easier. Okay, turn you around. Chin back. 3, 2, 1. Good. Start kicking. Good. Good. Excellent. And sit down.
Wow.
Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. There you go. Good. I know, you go so much faster. Walk backwards. Walk backwards. There you go. You don't want to trip and that drown.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm not with you.
Wow.
Right? So they're now learning how to use fins. They're so much fun. They make learning so much better. And oddly enough, if you want to be someone who is good enough to be able to swim without fins like someday, like your goal is to do a triathlon or an open water ocean swim, still start with fins. Because what we'll start doing tomorrow is we're going to review some of the things I teach them with fins today. We're going to review that tomorrow with no fins. So you don't really get fin dependent. You just start realizing that no fins makes you work harder. With fins makes you learn more. Okay? You'll learn more with fins. You'll grasp concepts easier. You'll do techniques way better. And then the next day you can take the fins off, try a little bit without the fins. You'll work really hard. It'll be hard. Your technique won't be very good, but you'll get better. And then you throw the fins back on halfway through your workout and you wear fins the rest of the workout. Okay? That's how I recommend it. If you're someone who thinks they got to get to a point where they can swim without fins, then that's how you would do it. If you're someone who's not trying to be a triathlete or an open water swimmer, you're just trying to learn how to swim, then by all means, wear fins for the rest of your life. It's amazing. I love fins. All right, we're gonna get on the kickboard and use them now. So, hands at the top of the board, you're gonna stretch out tall. Now, when we dismount, I'm gonna twirl you. So what I need you to do is lower yourself right now, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna twirl you. So lower yourself. I'm gonna twirl you by grabbing you and spinning you like this, and then I'm gonna make sure your feet find the ground. Okay, so you'll find maybe a fist in your back, somewhere like that. Okay?
What? That at the end.
That's at the end.
Okay.
So that you can stand up. Because you can't stand up this way.
On this, yeah.
Those fins will catch on the ground.
Right.
You gotta be able to twirl and then bring the feet down backwards. Good. Pull the kickboard up. Boom. Now you're kicking for yourself. Good. Breathe with your mouth and kick bigger. Pull the board up. Yeah, there we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Good. Nice. Good. Good. Now, when you're holding the kickboard, keep it still. Keep it at the surface.
Okay.
And try to keep your head still too. All of a sudden, your core will engage and everything will get smoother. But right now, you're kicking with each leg and your whole body.
Okay.
I need you to keep your body still and just let your leg and your core do the kicking. Good. Hold this still. Kick. Beautiful. Breathe. Good. Good. Kick each leg a little bit bigger. Right? Kick. Down deeper, up high. Down deeper, up high. Good.
Wow.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. What you need to practice on your kick is holding on to something and just kicking up, all the way back.
Okay.
Up with one leg. All the way back. Turn around, do the other leg. You need to get more range of motion in your kick.
Okay.
Your kick goes like this. We need to do this. You need more range of motion, okay? All right,
That's
grab
right.
the board. Hands at the top. Lower. Lean forward. Bubble in mouth. Start kicking. And now you can start breathing once you're settled in on the kickboard. Good. Pull the board up. Good. Yeah, we're always pulling the board up. Pulling it up. Not pushing it down, pulling it up. There you go. There you go. Spin you. Feet on the ground. Good job. You're there. Good job. Kick. Excellent. 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 Breathe with your mouth. Good. Excellent. Nice big kicks. Good job. You're getting tired, so I'm gonna spin you around. Then you stand up. Good job.
Yeah.
Good. Stay low. So now I need to teach them how to roll onto their back and dismount with fins on. And this will lead us into pineapples. A pineapple is how you roll from your belly onto your back in order to breathe for yourself. The pineapple. Okay? We're gonna learn that tomorrow, but today I'm gonna introduce it to you. The pineapple is how you get your own breath. And if you remember earlier, I defined a swimmer as someone who can swim and get their own breath. So the pineapple is gonna be the most important thing that I teach them, because it will allow them to start to get their own breath. And that's the moment they become swimmers. Okay? All right. So here's how this is gonna go. I'm gonna have them on their belly, no kickboards. They're gonna have their arms out in front. I'm gonna have them pull one arm down as they roll onto their back, and then pull the other arm down, and then dismount. And of course, instructors out there, you basically have to do it for them on their first attempt or two. Okay? You're gonna take a deep breath. You're gonna put your face in the water and start kicking, and then I'm gonna take one arm pull, and we're gonna pull and roll. And I'm gonna grab you like this, and then shove the other arm down.
Okay.
So which side do you think you're gonna wanna roll to? Let me try it on the other side.
Yeah, this side.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. That side. Okay. Deep breath, face in the water. Good. Pull, roll. Good. Good. And now you'll stand up like that. Good. Good. You rolled the other way that time, so apparently.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, apparently that's probably more instinctual for you. That's probably better for you. Okay. Which way are you going to want to roll to? That way? Okay. So you're going to want to flip like this, right? Okay. I wouldn't try this without me yet. Don't try this without me yet. 3, 2, 1. Good. Facing the water. Pull and roll. Good. That was my fault. That should have been better. Lay your head back. Lay your head back. Back here. There you go. And now we'll sit up. Sit down. Sit down. You and about half the other adults I coach, they try to sit up without bringing their hips down first. Bring your hips down first, okay? Okay. So arms out in front. Bubble in the mouth. Kicking. Roll. Good. Head back, head back, head back. You can sit up, you can sit up. Good. Good. It's hard to stand up in fins, isn't it? Oh, don't walk forwards. Careful, careful. Go ahead. Now, when you roll, get your head up. Chin up, chin up. When you roll, you got to get your chin up immediately. Right now, you're rolling like this.
Okay. Chin up.
When you get to your back, folks, immediately get your chin up.
Okay.
Good. Pull, roll, chin up. Good. I see you're going right into the dismount. Don't go right into the dismount when you roll. Okay. When you roll, I want you then to kick on your back for a little bit, then we'll dismount. So we're going like this. Okay? We're recovering on our back.
Yes.
And then we're standing up. Bubble in mouth, 3, 2, 1, start kicking and roll. Pull down, roll. Good. Excellent. Chin up, chin up, chin up. Yeah, we're not done floating yet. We're trying to float first. So kick, stretch your belly out. Now stand up. Twirl your arms to lower your hips. Twirl your arms to lower your hips. It's those hips that are hard to remember, huh? Yeah, that's all right. You'll get more practice. You'll get plenty more practice. Oh, let's do you back. Same thing. Arms in front. Deep breath. Bubble in mouth.
Okay.
Kicking, kicking, kicking. You all right? Twirl. Twirl. Get onto your back. There you go. Chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up. Good. Now dismount. Lower your hips. Lower your hips. That's all right. We'll get a better one again in a second. Good. Kick, 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 kick. That'll keep you up. And now dismount. Yeah. Yeah. You're this close to being able to get your own breath now. Yeah, you're that close. Shuffle backwards. Oh, let's do it now. Let's do it now. Good. Pull and roll. Chin up. Kick. All right, I'm not going to help. And dismount. Yeah, you did it. Good job. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. Face down. Yeah, now roll. It's easier if you start with your face down because then we can roll easier and get your face up. Okay, now sit down. Good. That all right? Yeah. You roll it a lot easier once you got your face lower. It's hard to roll your body up here. It's easier to roll it like that. Okay? So get that face neutral, face down, and then roll. Bubble in mouth, face down. Good. Roll, chin up. Yeah! Start kicking and sit down. Nope. Yes. Now, there you go. Well, the thing is, you sit down and then you immediately sit up, and you just need to sit down longer until your feet get there. Once your feet get there, then we'll sit up.
It is in the bottom. That's you can pull it.
You're sitting, but then you're extending again before your feet have gotten
You have
time.
to touch the dot of floor.
Correct. Sit down until your feet get there, and then we'll sit up. You're getting tired? Okay. We'll do 2 more each, and then we'll call it there for the day, okay? You feeling all right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're so close now to being able to get your own breath. So tomorrow, we're going to start, we're going to review for the first hour.
Right.
And then in the second hour, I start teaching you how to pull, breathe, kick, and then how to roll back and stand up and stuff like that, okay? So you start being able to move on your own. You start on your own, move on your own, breathe, and stand up all on your own. Does that make sense?
Very.
Yeah. Good job getting your chin up and then stand up. Good job. Good job. Good job. You didn't need me at all. Nice job. Now, real quick, when you roll, make sure that you roll with the pull. Because when you pull, you create a little bit of a burst of speed, a little bit of a speed boost, and you're riding on that energy. You're riding on that energy to roll you. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, stand up. Yeah, it's almost like this. If I can, lower, get lower. Face forward. It's like this. You like to roll to this side now?
Yes.
Yes, it's like this. And then that arm comes down. And then you just go. Okay? Yes. So the arms are helping you roll. The first arm starts it. The second arm finishes.
Finished. Oh. Okay.
Deep breath. Bubble in mouth, face down, kick, kick, kick. Pull to roll. Pull. Forget which way you roll. Sorry. Chin up. There it is. Now sit down. Longer, 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 longer. Yeah. All you gotta do is just keep sitting down, it looks like. Did you get water up your nose? Okay. If you're someone getting water up your nose, as you roll, hum. That way when you get to your back, no water will. All right, so I'll have her humming on this one. Deep breath, bubble in mouth. And hum. Good. No water in the nose this time, huh? Good. I'll take a deep breath.
Keep some of it, my
And sit down and keep sitting 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 down. Yeah! Good job! No water up your nose, right?
No.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was your best attempt. Although you do keep scaring me when you walk forwards.
Oh, yeah.
One of these times, I'm serious, you're gonna face plant into that wall and I'm gonna have to take you to the hospital. No. Be careful.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Lower yourself, arms forward. Start kicking, deep breath. Good, pull, roll. Good. Go ahead and stand up. Now, that time your arm, go ahead and lower. Your arm went like this. I want it to pull.
Oh.
And then this one, once you're on your back, this one pulls to finish it off.
I get the lesson.
Okay,
Now
good.
I do.
Good, then let's go right into it.
I know.
Deep breath, go. Pull. Oh, we rolled the other way that time, so I wasn't prepared. Sorry. I pushed the wrong arm. Okay. Which side are you rolling to?
We can go this way.
That way?
No, let's do this one.
This way.
Yeah.
That, then that.
Yeah.
You like that better?
Okay.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay. Deep breath. You tricked me again! Get on your feet. We're gonna roll to that side.
doing this.
I'm
Come
telling
on.
you, we're rolling
Yeah.
to that side. Chin up. Yeah, that chin up needs to go faster. And sit down. You're good. You can stop. Good. Nice. That chin up needs to go up faster.
Okay.
As you're rolling. Okay. Don't roll first. You won't be able to breathe. If you put your head up too late, you won't be able to breathe. You got to get that out sooner.
And some more.
Okay. I said 2 more times each, so 1 more time for you, and then she's got to go twice.
Okay.
Pull. Good. Good. There you go. Good. Good.
Good.
Again. Pull. Roll. Your arm went over.
This way is better.
Okay, it is. Your arm went over.
Yeah.
You went.
Yes.
Don't want that arm to come up. You want to pull it. The pulling is helping you roll.
Okay.
The pulling is helping you roll.
Okay. Okay. I'll get it better.
Yeah, you'll get it back tomorrow. We're at the end of 2 hours, so that's usually about time when you start to get too confused, too much information. Lower, deep breath. Okay, pull, roll. Good job with your chin. Nice. Chin up, and you can stand up. Did you get water in your nose? Yeah, I was just about to say. I heard a faint help. You know, like one of those. Get the water out of your nose. Don't walk. Yeah, backwards. Face down. Good. Kick. I got you. Pull and roll. Good. Chin up. And sit down. And keep sitting down until you're there. Good. Alrighty. That's it. Shuffle backwards. That's it for today. Alrighty, guys. Now that's all we have for today. The end of day 1 of 4, 2 hours each day with Douglas and Afia. Now, we got them redeveloping the relationship with the water today. We also taught them how to breathe, how to kick, how to float, how to move on their own on their belly and their back, and then how to start rolling on their belly and their back to get their own breath. We also showed them how to use the kickboard as well as how to wear fins. So, if you found these videos helpful, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to all our members who make this possible. Go ahead and check out our merch store and follow us on the other social media platforms for shorter tips and clips throughout the week. And with that said, get ready to rock it. Alrighty guys, Johnny Rocket here with day number 2 with Douglas and Afia. They're here from Maine and they're in Austin, Texas with me learning how to swim. Now, yesterday I got sick. They got stuck in San Antonio. So in between day 1 and 2, there's actually a day break. And we're going to have to finish that in Pittsburgh next summer when I'm there. So if you guys want to follow along today, we're going to be teaching them how to roll from their belly onto their back onto their belly while swimming and using their arms. I'm also going to start teaching them a little bit of backstroke as well as a little bit of freestyle. And we're going to get the fins on them and see if we can't start getting them to swim a few strokes, breathe on their back, swim a few strokes, breathe on their back, and do pineapples for breath. So if you find these videos helpful, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free. And thank you to all our members who contribute each month. Buy some merch, head over to our merch store, and then follow us on our other social media platforms for shorter clips and tips throughout the week. And with that said, let's just dive right into it. We're gonna go ahead now and review the things we worked on day 1, because if you don't start with review, they're oftentimes gonna forget a lot of the important things. So we're gonna start off with making sure they remember the 3 keys to buoyancy, which are air in your lungs, surface area, and speed. So you can stay low when you're in the water, take a deep breath in, and then bounce your feet off the bottom of the pool. Bring them up off the bottom of the pool while you stay right here, shoulders under, with a deep breath in. All you gotta do is bring the feet up off the bottom of the pool. They should be super light. If they're not light, take a deep breath in and hold it. You should feel super light. Now, the next thing is surface area. So we're gonna spread out, get on our backs, review being on our back. Now remember, when you're on your back, water gets in your ears and it tickles a little bit, so it might feel uncomfortable. Be prepared for that. This is swimming. Water's gonna get in your ears. You're gonna have to learn how to live with it and think of it more as a tickle and it'll be less intrusive for you. Okay, one foot on your back real quick. Turn around. Deep breath in. When you take a deep breath in, oftentimes your legs will float off the bottom on their own. You don't have to pick them up. In fact, bring your belly up and let your legs sink down. Bring your belly up, not your legs. There you go. Okay, good. Chin back. Chin back, there you go, good. And stand up. Sit down first, then stand up, good. And for the dismounts, I forgot to review the dismounts with you. Remember, sit down in bed by lowering your hips. Bring your knees to your chest, lower your hips. And then twirl your arms to sit up.
Donc, au bout, le quoi, genou non vers yo, et puis tu pousses.
Yep, good. That's exactly what I said. I love it. Speaking in French. All right, chin back, deep breath. Oh, excellent. You're much more buoyant today. Chin back more, belly up more, legs can sink. Legs don't have to stay up. Good, good. I'm still right here. I'm just letting you feel it on your own. Now, sit down in your bed or sit down in a chair. Yep, bring your knees to your chest. Yeah, good job. Good job. That was your best one yet. Well done. Yeah, I told you you'd get it. It's a lot easier on day number 2 because your muscles have taken a break now. Okay, so now we're gonna get them on their bellies. Okay, I'm gonna have them deep breath in, face down, reminding themselves how to kick and float on their belly and then dismount from their belly. So remember to dismount from your belly, you pull through and bring your knees to your chest at the same time. So it's at the same time, you're pulling your knees to your chest, okay? All right, Douglas. Deep breath in, lean forward, start kicking. Good. And dismount. 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 You all right?
Yes.
Good, good, good. I couldn't tell if at one point you were reaching for me or you were trying to dismount.
Oh, no, I was keep on going.
Oh, okay. You were just still going. Okay, yeah. Good. Afia, your turn. Deep breath. Lean forward, face in, and start kicking. Yep. Deep breath in. Face in if you can. If you're not ready for it, that's okay. And then dismount. That's okay. That's all right. Good. Good. When you dismount from your belly, you don't have to pull up like that. Pull backwards like this. Yeah, try it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Lean forward and then pull through. Good. Good. That's all right. We'll get it going again when we get the fins on.
Yeah.
Part 2 is the breathing. So now I need to review the breathing. Deep breath in with your mouth, and then either hum your bubbles out with your nose or just hold your breath. Okay? And then when you come up today, you're only allowed one inhale, and then you got to go back down. Okay? This is learning how to do it on a rhythm.
Okay.
Learning how to do it on a rhythm. So instead of coming up, blowing out, and breathing in a few times, now you only get to breathe in once, and then you go right back down. So it looks like this. Okay. Good. Good. Good, and if you've got any water around your mouth, make sure you blow it away first if you've got any water around your mouth when you come up. So if you come up and you feel like there's water in your mouth while you're breathing in, spit it out first. That's what the paw is for. Paw. Paw. That paw is just spitting out any remaining droplets of water that are lingering, okay?
Okay.
All right, now the next part to review. What happens if you swallow the water? Not a big deal. Yeah, if you swallow the water, it's not a big deal. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to get sick because it's boiling water. It won't hurt you. I mean, you'd have to be drinking several glasses full, maybe a bucket full of this water for it to start affecting you, making you feel sick. But I don't recommend trying. So when you swallow a little bit of water, don't worry about that. We all do. Good. Yeah, exactly. When you come up, hey, when you come up, get it all away. That's good. That's what you need to be doing. Uh-oh. Now you blew out right before you went back in. Don't do that. Blow out here. Breathe in before you go out. You were blowing out right before you went back in. That's a dangerous thing to do because you're blowing all your air out and then you're going into water. Not a good idea. Yeah. So blow it out when you come up. Breathe in before you go down. Good. 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 Excellent. That's it. There you go. Good job. So today, in order to review their kick with them, I'm actually going to pull them over to the ladder. If you have a ladder at your pool, there's a few things you could use it for. And today I'm going to use it with them for kicking their legs. I want them to feel the proper kick. Because right now, for Douglas, his legs are a little bit stiff and he's not getting much propulsion out of the kick. So today I'm going to have him kick on the ladder. I'm going to have them both try the ladder and kick and see if we can't loosen up the legs a little bit and get them kicking in the proper way. Sometimes just this different posture of the same exercise will help make the technique a lot better. Come on in here, Douglas. So I'm going to have you hold on to the ladder right here. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to stretch your legs out behind you. All right, and now I want you to start kicking as fast as you can or as hard as you can. You're gonna have to bend your knees.
Oh,
you gotta bend your knees more.
Okay. Bend.
Yeah. There we go. Now they're just staying bent in one way. I want them to come up bent, and then I want them to go down all the way. Come up bent, go down all the way. There we go, there we go. Now go. There you go, there you go. Stretch your body out if you can. Stretch your arms out if you can. Stretch your arms out. There you go. Now keep kicking. Now you'll be using your core. Yeah, there we go. I know it's getting hard. And you can stop. Good. The kicking and swimming is not easy, is it? No, it's not. All right, Afia, come on over here. So you'll hold on to the bars, and then you're gonna let your legs float up, and then start kicking. Okay? Good. Good. You probably don't even have to kick so big. You've got a nice kick. And you can stop. All right, Douglas, how do we get our kick to be more like that kick? How do we get our kick to be more like Afia's kick? All right, think more like Afia. Come on in. I'm going to show you something.
Yeah.
I think part of it is that you're holding on. You're gripping too much up here. A body in water needs to swim in 4 quadrants.
Okay.
4 quadrants is only possible when your arms are stretched all the way out. Okay? If your elbows are bent at all, you're not swimming in 4 quadrants anymore.
Okay.
In order for your body to be balanced and to use the right muscles, 4 quadrants. So this might help loosen up the legs a little bit if we stretch your arms out more. So push the ladder away from you. Push it. Push it. Yeah, push it. Now kick as you push it away from you. Good. Good. Push it away from you. Let your body sink into the water a little bit more. That's better. I can feel it. I can feel power now coming off. Good. 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 And relax. Good. That was a lot better.
Yes.
Yes, that was a lot better because you're using your core now and you're stretching out. Before it was just too much legs. It was just too much legs before. Now it's more from the tummy muscles. That's good. So we've reviewed the kick. Now I'm gonna actually have them get on the kickboard and they're gonna use the kickboard, no fins, and then I'll review with them how to roll from belly to back. 3, 2, 1, deep breath in. Now kick that water backwards. Good. Bend your knees in order to bring your feet up easier. Yep. You bring your heels to your rear end and then you slam your knees and your foot down. Heels up and then knees slam it down. Good. Good job. Also remind yourself to breathe with your mouth. Okay? When you're doing swimming exercises, it's important that you breathe in with your mouth and not breathing in with your nose. Because when you breathe in with your nose, oftentimes water will get sloshed around and then you might inhale some of that through your nose. Arms stretched. 3, 2, 1. Kick, kick, kick. Good. You don't have to try so hard here. You're doing a good job. Just keep kicking the legs. Look, you're on your own for just a little bit. I know it's not easy, but you're doing it. You're balanced. Okay? Stand up. It wasn't easy. Like you probably felt really stiff, but you were doing it because you're balanced. Okay? I was able to let go because you were light like a baby. You were really light. Good job. Hands out front. Good job. Shoulders dip underwater and the face stays up. The face is really the only thing that needs to stay up. Your kick is really just pushing the kickboard forward and keeping your face up. Okay? You'll see nicely how the water keeps going over her shoulders. That's awesome. Good. Breathing with your mouth too. I love it. Good job. You've undone that habit. You can stand up. Good. Good job. If you watch closely in some of these videos you might have already seen, his left foot is flexed. And we need to get that to loosen up because you want the water to flip off the top of your foot. Okay? So if I was kicking underwater, it would look like a boil. But if my foot were flexed, it wouldn't boil. Right now my foot is flexed and it's not boiling the surface of the water. Once I loosen it up, all of a sudden the surface of the water starts boiling again. Okay? And from there, yeah. You want to boil the water. Good. Yeah, smack my hand. Good. Oh, wow, I can feel the force. Now do it with the other foot.
Yeah.
Do it with the other foot too. Yeah, good. All right. You're gonna do it arms out in front. Superhero. I call this a superhero posture. It's also like having a kickboard that's invisible. So you're pretending there's a kickboard there. And then stand up.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Good. Good. Nice. That's it. We got the kick to loosen up a little bit. Thanks, Coach Will. All right. Arms out in front.
I'm not good at going on my own here.
No, okay, that's all right. That's all right. Just get low, leaning forward, deep breath, bubbling up, facing the water. Good. Good. You're light as a feather. Now stand up. Knees to chest. Yeah, excellent. You were light as a feather. You don't know if you're going on your own. You don't know if you're going on your own yet. I can tell you right now, the next one's on your own.
Yeah.
You're right.
You are.
Yeah.
I don't know where to do that.
I know. Let me be your confidence for you. I know you're ready because I've seen people in this stage 100 times and you're more ready than 99% of them. Like you're at the point where they all were when they did it on their own for the first time. I know you can do it. Arms in front.
Okay.
Lower, lean forward, deep breath. And kick. Great kick. And dismount. Good job. Great kick. Feeling a lot better, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. It's looking a lot better.
Yes.
You moved from there to there completely fine.
Yeah.
No slowing down.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Arms forward. I'll get you started, and then I'm going to go like this, and then I'll get you at the end, okay? 3, 2, 1. Good. Good. You're good. You're good. All right. Whenever you're ready, you can stand up. Good job. Congratulations. Good job. You're doing it. You're swimming on your own. That's awesome. Okay, so the final thing to review on part 1, day 2, is the pineapple, rolling onto their back and then rolling back onto their belly. I actually don't know if I taught you how to roll back to your belly the other day, didn't I?
No.
Okay, so they're gonna learn how to roll, they're gonna review how to roll from their belly onto their back, and then I'm gonna teach them how to roll back onto their belly. So as a quick refresher, in order to roll onto your back, you need to take 2 arm pulls. The first one gets you started, the second one finishes it off. It looks like this. One pull starts the roll, the second pull finishes off the roll, and then you're kicking on your back, okay? So the first pull gets you onto your back, the second pull finishes off the back, finishes off the roll onto your back. So arms are out in front, first pull starts the roll, second pull finishes the roll.
Okay.
Now, too many folks try to do this all at once. They try to do both arms at once. Don't do both arms at once. It should not look like this.
No.
Because it won't help you turn your hips. Okay? It's got to be one arm pull at a time. When you pull one arm down, the other arm needs to reach out in front and then pull the water to finish off the roll. Okay, so one more time, I'll show the camera as well as the students. This is what it ought to look like. All right, okay. 3, 2, 1. Good, chin up. When you get to your back, get that chin up immediately. And dismount by sitting down and twirling your arms. Good, good. So you're gonna pull this arm down, right? Okay, that means you're gonna roll like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you get to your back, chin up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good, facing water if you're ready. Good, pull, roll. Excellent, excellent. Chin up. You're okay. If you want to stand up, you can stand up. Good. Did you get water up your nose?
A little bit.
Only a little bit? Okay.
But not that much.
Now.
Not like the other day.
Okay, not like the other day. Good, excellent. So when you roll onto your back, both Afia and Douglas are gonna get their chins up a little bit sooner. Okay, so as you roll almost. So it's a deep breath. Chin up as you roll. Because if you roll all the way to your back with your chin down, then you're not actually breathing. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Good. All right.
Very good.
Try it again.
In a short.
Yeah, short little distance.
Yeah.
Nope, not quite there. That's all right. Clear it out of your nose.
Is that hard?
This is hard. When you get to your back, not only is it chin up, but I should probably also say belly up.
Okay, belly up.
Everything
It pushes you like a fish.
Correct. Everything comes up here.
Yes.
Let's get you floating better on your back or moving better on your
Yes,
back
yeah.
before we can do this anyway.
Yes.
So lean low, lean back, belly up. Good. I usually keep my belly up by pushing the water down with my hands. Breathe with your mouth. Breathe with your mouth. Yeah. Wow, this is the best you've ever done this. Excellent. Oh, your kick is way better too. Chin up. Keep your belly up, so stretch your belly out with your chin. Good. Good.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot better than
Yeah.
it was before. Facing the water, pull and roll. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Facing the water, pull and roll. Good. Belly up, kick, kick, kick. Now sink your hips. Good. Knees in. Good. Excellent. Nice dismount. And we got to learn the second pineapple, which is how you roll back onto your belly from being on your back. When you're on your back and you need to roll back to your belly, take one arm, go across your body and behind your head. That'll roll you instantly like this. And the quicker you do it, the faster you do it, the better. And then from there, you can stand up on your belly. You can do a forwards dismount. So you're on your back, floating, kicking. It's time to roll back to your belly. So you take one arm, go across your body, behind your head really quickly, and then you can dismount once both arms are back out in front.
And you take a deep breath before that. Because
now, we're gonna roll to our belly. Do you wanna roll with this arm or do you wanna roll with that arm?
I'll roll it this side.
Which one?
This one.
Okay, so you're gonna roll that way.
Yes.
So this arm is gonna go across and behind you.
Which one?
This one.
We'll go like.
Yeah, you're gonna roll like that. You all right?
Okay.
Good. 3, 2, 1. Big pull and roll. Good. Good, and then stand up. For those viewers out there, he wasn't trying to save himself. He was practicing his swim strokes a little bit, okay? All right, good job. Nice job. It looked a little bit like you were trying to like get me to save you, and I was just looking at you like, good job.
I was practicing.
So I needed to make sure they knew.
I know that I had to have deep breath and then like keep going, because I saw you.
Of course.
When you turn, you don't
gotta
see
keep
it.
swimming.
You're
He's right. So he's watched my videos before, so he knew that eventually he's gonna have to keep swimming once he rolls to his belly, so he tried to do that. But I didn't want any of my viewers to think that I was watching someone struggle without helping them. He wasn't struggling, he was practicing a few strokes. I already know that. Shin back. Okay, so which arm do you want to use to roll? That one? So you're gonna roll this way? Okay, so take a deep breath in and trap a bubble in your mouth. 3, 2, 1. And then you would dismount like that, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so let's try it again. I'll let you do more of it on your own. Turn around. Chin back. Lay back. Good. 3, 2, 1. And roll. Good. And then dismount. Good, good. It's a little chaotic at first, but just good. You didn't panic. That's the first time you didn't like reach for something other than me. That was good. You kept your control, you kept your composure. You're starting to use the right instincts now. Great job. So now I'm gonna get them to move a little bit. So like Afia was already doing, I'm gonna have them start paddling and kicking and then do it. Okay? Good. Oh, don't push that face under. All right, go when ready. Deep breath in. Good. Excellent. Nice. And back. All right. Big pull and roll. 3, 2, 1. Good. Good. Get your feet on the bottom. Good. Good. Remember when you're in that moment to bring your knees to your chest. Okay? You were pulling, but you weren't pulling your knees in. Pull your knees in and stand up. Okay? All right, you ready? Yes. Okay, turn around. Stay out here, Afia. I'm gonna take you guys back too. Whoop, whoop. Okay, go ahead and roll. Good. He's trying to create more space for himself. Good. You're getting a lot smoother at finishing off a couple strokes too. All right, so back. Deep breath. Kicking, kicking, kicking. And now you can roll whenever you're ready. Good. Knees to chest. Knees to chest. There you go. See, that was a lot quicker. Good job. Nice job. Okay, so now we're gonna put the fins on, review a couple more things, and then we'll take our break and I'll teach them how to start getting their own breaths with some arm pulls and things like that. So go ahead and grab a kickboard. It's nothing new. We're just gonna kick normally with your head up. Yep. Breathing. You can keep your head up and breathe. Keep the arms up too. Good. And then hit my hand. Good. Loosen up this foot. Point this foot. Go ahead. Now I'm gonna pull you around, keep you in the shallow end. Good. Yeah, you almost made yourself. Made yourself right in the deep end there.
Okay.
Now, this foot needs to loosen up or point it.
Okay.
I would prefer you loosen it up because if you try to point it, your foot might cramp in the fin.
Okay.
So just try to loosen it up and lead with the knee. Don't lead with the foot.
Okay.
Lead with the knee, and the foot will follow.
Okay. Lead with the knee. Okay. Back. Okay.
Yeah. It's a little better.
So no kick this time.
And spin around or grab that wall. I forgot to remind you to dismount in fins. Spin around and dismount on your heels.
That's true.
So that you don't trip yourself with the fins, okay?
Good.
All right. Now,
It's way better.
it's way better now. 3, 2, 1. Your face will be able to stay up. So once you get settled in, you can breathe. Now you can breathe. Your kick is perfect. Just keep that board up. Breathe. Oh yeah. Keep your heart rate low. Good. Keep the board up. You don't have to stretch so hard to keep your face out of the water. Relax. Yeah. Oops, I said the R word. I don't like that word. And then you'll be able to stand here. Put your feet to the ground. Yeah. Good. So when you're kicking, you don't have to stretch the face so far. You can just let your chin, remember that yesterday? Your chin, or 2 days ago? Your chin just rests on the water. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Good, deep breath. And then you can start breathing once you settle in. And remember, your chin can be as low as right here. Yeah. You don't have to pick your head up so high. Good. Now I'm going to spin you around. Good job. Excellent. Now I'll get them doing the same thing, but on their back. On their back. Let's turn around. I'm going to be on your back this time. Legs stay underwater, but belly comes up. Good. Wow. Nice. Don't push your face down. Keep your face pulled up. Don't push it down. If you're pushing it down, it's going to go underwater. There you go. Keep it up. Pull it up. Good. Now that's your jam. That is your jam. Have you ever swum in deep water before?
No.
Today's the day. Today's the day. Yeah. Because you're going to do that the whole way.
Wow.
Yeah. Chin back. Deep breath in. Your feet will just float off the bottom. And then you can start kicking. Excellent. Face dry. This dude's a pro on his back. Clear it out. When you're learning, sometimes water goes up your nose. It sucks, but
it's okay.
you gotta keep working, right? You gotta keep doing it. Nice job. So here's why that happened. You already know. He already knows because he's in the moment.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there who wonder, why did his face go underwater? Well, he brought his legs up a little bit too high, and then as he was trying to keep his chin back, he mistook chin up for head down.
Ah, yes.
And it's a very, very common mistake.
Yes.
It's a very common error because the wrong instincts are leaving and the right instincts are coming in.
All right.
And as that happens, wires get crossed sometimes. So he tried to use the right instinct, but something else told him that in order to get his chin up, he had to push his face down.
Back, yeah, that's true.
Okay? Try not to push the face down. Pick the face up.
Yeah.
Let the legs go down so that you keep yourself propelling upwards and backwards. Okay? It's okay to kick. If this is my head and these are my legs, it's okay when you're on your back to kick down here so that your head can stay up easier. Yeah, you're swimming uphill, but as a beginner, it's more important for your face to stay dry than it is for you to be a champion swimmer on your back. Lower yourself, chin back, and deep breath in. Your legs will just float off the bottom, and then you can start kicking. Yep, now you're kicking, kicking, kicking. Belly up. Get your belly up, arch your back. Good, good. I'm right here. You're doing great. Yeah, today you can go across the deep end too if you're confident enough. All right, sit down. Yep, knees to chest, sit down. Good, good. That's coming a lot easier for you. I'm not forcing your hips down anymore. Good job. Have you ever swum in deep end before? You might be the day for you too. You could do it. I just don't know if you're confident enough. Pull on back, chin up, belly up. Good. Bring the belly up more by arching your back. Bring your belly up. Stretch through your hips and through your belly. Stretch. Right now you're kind of sitting on a V. I need you to stretch out through your belly. Now lay your head back, chin up. Now let your body fall. Let your body fall. Let me hold you up. Let your body fall.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Okay. Now you can sit down, feet on the ground. Bring that foot in, bring that foot in. Good. All right. When you're on your back right now, you're just pulling your legs up too much. Let them sink. Let them fall to the bottom so you can stretch your belly through. And then you can kick like this from down there. And my face will stay dry. The trouble with most beginners when swimming on their back, the trouble that they find themselves into is when they're trying to bring their legs up too high. Don't bring your legs up too high. You can't kick that well like that. Your core's not stretched out. You need to keep your legs underwater when you're on your back.
Okay.
Stay stretched out. Good. Stretch through your belly. Yeah, stretch through your belly. Legs stay down. Good. Good. Breathe with your mouth. Good. Good. And dismount. Sit down, sit up. Great dismount. Great dismount. Good job. This time as we go back, I want you to start to feel a little easier.
Okay.
Yeah, try to smooth, not kick so hard, not try so hard. Take some deeper breaths. Make it feel like you're sleeping in a waterbed. Yeah. Yeah. Breathe with your mouth. Nice calming breaths, nice calming motions. Fluid, easy motions. Now sit down and sit up. Good job. Great job. Did you feel more relaxed?
Yeah.
Great.
No pressure. No.
Good. Lower yourself. Like it. Chin back.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you keep leaning back. Deep breath in. Start kicking. Good. Paddles and kicks. Stretch through your belly. Stretch through your belly. Good. Your belly's sinking again, so stretch out through your belly. Arch your back. Yeah, arch your back. Bring your hips up to the surface. There we go, there we go. Good. Now sit down and sit up. We're dismounting. Good, sit down. Sometimes water goes over your face. Sometimes water goes over your face. And if it does, that's why you need a deep breath. So before you dismount, always go deep breath in and then dismount, just in case water goes over your face, okay? Okay. Chin back. 3, 2, 1. Stretch out through your body. Kick, kick, kick. Stand as tall as you can. Stretch out as tall as you can.
Good.
Stretch out your, stretch out as tall as you can. Legs under, legs underwater. There we go. Now we're going. Now we're going. Legs under again, chin back. Whoa! Whole water went under, whole face went underwater that time. So the same thing happened to you that happened to your husband a moment ago. You accidentally pushed your face down in order to stretch your body out. It's hard. It's hard when you're learning to not do both. But if you can do one without the other, so stretching out your body without pushing your head down, that's ideal. But it'll probably happen to all of you out there because it happens to all my students. They try to stretch out and their face goes underwater a little bit, and then they start to figure it out because pain is a great teacher. Okay, well, that's actually a good place for our break, and then we're gonna put the fins on and start learning. We're gonna review some belly to back rolls and back to belly rolls, as well as kicking on the kickboard and kicking on their back with fins. And I might even have them go the whole way today. So flash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free. Thank you to our members by the merch. Follow us on the other social media platforms for tips and clicks throughout the week. Now let's take a break. Alrighty, so here we go with part 2 on day number 2. Now we're going to be teaching them with fins on. We're going to review some of the kicking on the kickboard as well as kicking on their back. And we're going to see if they can go the whole way today with both on their kickboard and on their back. And then we'll get back into some pineapple drills, and I'm going to teach them how to start using their arms, roll for a breath, roll back onto their belly, and keep using their arms. If we have time after that, I'll start teaching them a little bit of backstroke too. All right, into the kickboard. So we're going to go the whole way. All right, so you're going to swim in the deep end for the first time today. For the first time in your life, it's going to be very exciting. When we get to the deep end, you're going to pull the kickboard out with this hand and grab the wall with that hand.
Grab the wall.
Grab the wall with that hand.
Okay.
Okay? Cool. Okay, we're not going to push the board underneath us and reach for the wall in front of us because you won't be able to grab it.
Yes.
You're going to turn this kickboard off to the side and grab it like that.
Okay.
Okay? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Board up. Good. Loosen up the legs a little bit. Stretch them out. Lead with the knee. Follow through with the foot. Yeah, we especially want to loosen up the left foot again. Pound my hand. Pound my arm. There you go. Connie, hi. Good. How are you doing? Good. I've got 2 people here from Maine, thanks to my YouTube channel.
Wow, that's incredible.
Uh-huh. And this guy is swimming through the deep end for the very first time in his life right now. Grab the wall with this hand. You did it. You're in the deep end. Now, one of the things I want you to know about the deep end is it's no different than the shallow end.
Yeah.
Only the floor is farther away. Okay, but the water is the exact same. Now, I'll take the board and I want you to scoot over to that corner. Yep. So from here, I have to now teach him how to hold onto the wall in deep water. So when you're in deep water, you want your elbow up on the wall like this. Yep. That's like an anchor for you. Now you're just hanging instead of holding. When you're holding, it's kind of hard. Your hand gets tired, your arm gets tired. But when you have an elbow up, now you're just hanging. It's a lot easier. Now he's in the deep end. What I'll have him do is go underwater and look around because he's never been in deep water before. So there's just a little bit of a fear there.
Right.
And I want him to know that everything in the deep end is nice and normal. So I'll hold on to his hand. Go ahead and take a peek underwater, but hold the lane line. Look around. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
Cool.
Yeah. Look around to the left. Look at people underwater. Fascinating. Yeah. It's like a whole new world under there. Deep water is like a whole new world. If you've ever seen The Little Mermaid. Yeah, it's very cool. It's almost liberating. It's almost freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Now,
is.
the other thing I want you to notice is you're going to take a deep breath in with your mouth and hold it. Okay, so catch your breath for a second. And then I'm going to have you just float. So you're going to let go of the lane line, just float. Don't kick, just float. I'll hold you up. You don't need to kick. Yeah. Now grab a lane line. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to have you cross your legs. I'm going to have him cross his legs like this. I'm gonna hold on to him. I want him to lean his head back. And he's just gonna float here. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, stay towards me. Turn around. Turn around. I'm gonna hold you. Yep. Give me your, oh, not yet, not yet. Give me your other hand first. Now, deep breath in and hold it. See how you're floating?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You're floating. You can relax this arm. Nice. Good. Now grab the wall. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty fun, huh? All right. Grab the top of the board. We're going back. 3, 2, 1. Good. Arms stretched. Good. Stretch your legs out. Loose, floppy ankles. Lead with the, lead with the knee. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can tell you relaxed. You're not kicking so hard anymore.
No.
Good. With fins on, you don't really need to. Although I would like to see you kick the water down more.
More?
Yeah, not like deeper, but like more like this. Straight down. Whoops. Let me take control of your legs.
Uh-huh.
Like this, up and down.
Okay.
Nice. Good. I think too, if you stretch out through your hips and kick more with your hips and your tummy muscles, kick from up here and less from your knees down. Kick more as if your whole leg is just a paddle.
Okay.
Yeah, something that you're just pushing up and down. Lean forward and 3, 2, 1. We're kicking. Good. You can hold the board up and lower your chin. Good. Good. You don't have to kick fast either. Even a light kick will keep you moving easily. Good. Now the water in the deep end is no different than the water in the shallow end. It's not pulling you down. The floor is just farther away, but you're on top of the water where it doesn't matter where the floor is. Now grab the wall with this hand. Good job. Yep. Oh, yep, you're okay.
I can't stand.
No, you cannot stand. That's true. Yeah. So you're used to wanting to reach for the ground. There's no ground here anymore. So put this elbow up on the wall like this.
Which one, this?
Sure. It doesn't matter which arm.
I'm going to do this.
Your legs are going up, so pull them down, sink your hips. Sink your hips. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Good. I'll take this from you. And now you can grab the wall with that hand. And I want you to put your elbow up on the wall. So if you can, then bring this hand off the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good. And then this arm can come all the way up there. Let your legs relax. Yeah, and just float there. Now, if you want to hold on to both, scoot more into that corner. Back up a little bit. There you go. Is that easier? Yeah, it's a little strange being in deep water with no bottom. You just let your body dangle.
Okay.
Just let your body hang there.
Okay.
Yeah. As if you're crippled. You don't have use of your legs anymore. You're just crippled. And if it's getting uncomfortable, get up here a little bit higher. Yeah, there you go. Good. Good. Now, what I want her to do is to go underwater and take a peek around. So I'm going to hold her hands, both of them, and I'm going to have you look underwater and look around in the deep end, okay? It helps you overcome fears of the deep end. Okay, so I'll hold your hand. We're going to pull this arm down. It's going to come off the wall.
You want me to go down?
I just want you to put your face in the water and look around, but I'm going to hold this hand. Yeah. You can bring it off the wall. You can bring it off the wall and then go underwater and look around. Yeah. Nice. See how you're light as a baby? It's because you got air in your lungs. You can come up whenever you want. Pretty cool under there, huh? It's like a whole new world underwater, especially in deep water. Especially in deep water, it's like everything's different. Okay, we'll put you back on the wall. Good job. Good job. Good. Okay, I'm gonna get the kickboard for you, and we'll go back. Nice. Hands on top. Okay, and then 3, 2, 1. You're gonna bring that hand here. Good. Nice. Now you can stretch the arms out and start kicking, and take us back to the shallow end. Good job, Afia. Nice. Well done. Good. Legs might be getting tired. Bring them up higher by bringing your heels to your rear end almost. Good. I'm gonna spin you around. Good job. Good job. Bring that other foot down. Good. Good job. You did it. You both swam across the deep end for the first time.
Yes.
You had kickboard, you had fins, and you had me. But you got to be exposed to how the deep end water is no different than shallow end water.
Yes.
Okay, water doesn't change its properties when the floor gets farther away. That's all that's happening is the bottom of the pool got farther away, but the water stayed the same. So as long as you apply the same concepts for buoyancy, like air in your lungs, surface area, and speed, then it doesn't matter where the bottom of the floor is ever.
Yeah.
The bottom of the water could be the bottom of the ocean, could be the bottom of the deepest ocean, and it won't matter because you're going to be on top. Humans swim on top of the water. That's where we belong because we need oxygen. So we don't swim down there. Therefore, once you learn the right instincts for how to stay afloat, then you don't have to worry about deep end water anymore because you don't need the floor anymore because you understand the 3 rules to buoyancy, which are air in your lungs, surface area, and speed. Okay? Now we've got them going in the water all on their own, through the deep end, all on the kickboard with fins. I'm gonna get them doing it now on their backs. So they're gonna go through the deep end on their back, chin up, and I'm gonna be holding their head. When we get to the wall at the other end, I'm gonna show them, teach them, or I'll teach them here in the shallow end, but when we get down to the other end, you'll see them use the pineapple in order to finish off on their back and grab the wall, okay? So when you get down to the deep end on your back, you're gonna grab the wall like this. Okay, so the same as the pineapple that I taught you a moment ago, where you roll back to your belly. Now you do it towards the wall. Good. Good, nice stretch. Legs can stay underwater. Legs underwater. Yeah, let them sink. You can let your body stretch, but yeah, wow. Your face just came way up. I love it. Good. Now the fascinating thing about deep water is that you're already in it. And it feels no different.
No.
Good. Good. We are almost there. So you're gonna reach and grab the wall with this hand. 3, 2, 1. And you did it. Nice job.
Wow.
Yep. When you can swim on your back, you can swim anywhere in the world because you can breathe. Yeah, you can swim anywhere you want when you do it on your back. So when he goes back to Maine, I'm gonna have him doing several laps every day on his back with fins. And that's how he's gonna start doing laps at first, is on his back, arms down, just getting used to the distance of a pool. Pretty fun, huh?
Very.
Yeah. Once you realize that swimming on your back is still swimming, you're like, oh, I can go anywhere. It's great. So to push off on your back in the deep end, you have to bring your knees up to the wall. So I'll pull the camera in close here. And then Douglas, pay attention to my knees. So I'm gonna pull my knees up on the wall and my feet will be flat like this on the wall. So the tops of my feet will be pressed against the wall, not the bottoms of my feet. I don't wanna blast off because as a beginner, if you blast off, Water's gonna catch up to you and come over your face like this. Don't do this, because if you blast off, watch.
Oh, okay.
That water goes over your face. So instead, tops of your feet on the wall, and then arms straight, head back. This is the perfect starting position. My hands are slipping off the wall, but that's perfect because that's about the speed I want to leave the wall. Very slow, slip away. And then I extend my body and I start kicking, and water will never go over my face.
Good.
Okay? It's a slow slip away.
Good technique.
You do this enough times, you watch people get water over their face, you start to feel sorry for them, you come up with a new way. Arms stretched out, slowly slip away. Excellent. Now you're kicking, no water went over your face. Perfect. Good. I'm going to steer him a little bit. Are you kicking softly? It feels like you're kicking nice and easy. Good job. Chin back. It's starting to sink a little bit. There you go. Good. It's a weird feeling, but it's the one that keeps you up. And sit down, stand up, you're there. Oh, nice. Good job. That's just for deep ends. You can't dismount on your belly in shallow water because of the fins. They'll trip you. Just come up on your back in shallow water. There's no way you would have known. So I need to be more clear with my viewers out there. Only pineapple when you're coming off your back for the wall in deep water. When you're in shallow water, when you get to the wall, you don't want to roll here because then your fins are still going to get trapped on the bottom of the pool. Instead, when you get to the wall, you want to touch it, that's fine, or just stop right before the wall and stand up like that so your fins can come to the bottom by heels first. Good. Good. Nice. Stretch your body out. Yeah, there you go. A little bit more. Stretch out through here. Yeah, lower your legs, raise your belly. There you go. Now kick. There you go. Check. Excellent. So the fascinating thing about deep water, Afia, is that we're already in it. And nothing changed. Chin back. Your legs are getting a little low. That's why you're kicking me. Bring those legs up and kick a little higher. Good. Now we're going to roll. Reach for this wall. Good job. It's a little messy, but you did it. Did you get any water in your nose? A little bit. Nice job. Okay, so get that elbow up on the wall. Good job. Bring this one here. And then you can relax. Good. All right. So now you're swimming through the deep end on your back. Did you feel the difference in the water when we got to the deep end? No, there is no difference. Okay, so that's for you viewers out there. I know she didn't feel a difference. That's for you viewers out there. She doesn't feel any difference when she gets to the deep end. Now let me teach you how to push off on your back from the deep end. So knees up, feet flat on the wall with the tops of your feet. Okay, we don't want to blast off the wall like this because as a beginner, when you blast off the wall, there's this wave that catches up to you and goes over your face like this. Watch. Okay, so we don't want to blast off the wall. Instead, we bring the tops of our feet up. We put our hands flat on the wall like this. We put our head back. Our hands will start to slip off the wall. That's a good thing because we want to just slowly slip away and then start kicking. Okay? All right, so, both hands on the wall. Bring the knees up. Lean back in the water a little bit. Good. There you go, till your arms are straight, and then you're gonna slip away. Good, now start kicking. Push away, start kicking. Stretch your body out. Good, stretch out tall. Good, stretch out a little taller. Good. Good. Oh, you're really stretched out. I can feel the power. Chin up. I'm going to let you go a little bit on your own because you're doing great. Chin up. Okay. Time to dismount. Sit down and then twirl your arms to sit up. Yeah. Be careful when you stand up in water. You don't want to come up all the way.
Yeah.
You just want to come up to here, remember? So,
boy,
let's
boy,
practice
Jay,
that
boy.
again real quick.
Boy.
Lay on your back.
Mhm.
Now, sit down. Don't stand up all the way. Don't stand up all the way. Don't stand up all the way. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're shifting your weight. You don't want to stand up before your weight's shifted, or you won't be able to. You got to shift your weight and then stand up. There are 3 parts to every stroke: the head position, the kick, and the pull, or the breath, the kick, and the pull. They already know how to kick. I'm going to now teach them how to pull. They know how to breathe, but they're not going to be able to get their own breaths until they start adding in some pulls sometimes. Some people might be able to start getting their own breaths without learning the pulls. That's okay. But when you pull in the water, what you're doing is you're redirecting water that's in front of you and you're pulling it behind you. That moves your body or your vessel forwards in the water. So I'm pulling water backwards. Most people, they think freestyle is all about up here. It's not about up here at all. This does not help me move forward. This helps me move forwards. So I don't care what your stroke looks like up here. It could look like this. It could look like that. I don't care. This doesn't matter. This is what matters. The pull. Okay, so your arms are out in front in superhero, and I like it when my swimmers take 1 arm pull at a time. Okay, this leaves you out in front in 4 quadrants, staying balanced. Because if you try to pull and you just keep pulling and your arms aren't taking turns because you're a windmill, you won't be very balanced. Look how much my head's moving. This doesn't look very balanced, does it? Now watch. Now my head stays still because my arms are out front taking turns. I don't want to start moving with both arms at the same time as a beginner because I'll become imbalanced. See how my head's rocking back and forth? I don't want this. I want this. Control. Control your body. Control your arms. Control your kick. Control your breath. And you'll control your speed as well as your buoyancy. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is that the hands take turns. Pull. 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 Hands take turns. Yeah, she's doing it right. You're doing it right. Pull. Hands take turns. Okay? Whoop. Pull. 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 The hands need to take turns. One hand, then the other. They cannot go at the same time. Gotta go one, then the other. Okay? Now, I'm gonna have them take 3 strokes. I'm gonna have them take 3 strokes and then pineapple onto their back. And then pineapple on their back and dismount. Okay? And roll to your back. Good. All right, let's try it again. You can stay right there. 1, 2, 3, roll. Good, chin up, kick, chin up, kick. Yeah, there you go. Now you can dismount. Yeah, good job. Now, when you're doing your 3 pulls, keep your face in the water.
Oh, okay.
That'll help you roll. Good, chin up, kick. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. Yeah. Yeah, catch your breath. You gotta do it again one more time. Chin up. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. No help. Nice. You did it, no help. That's awesome. Now when you do that a dozen times, by number 12, it's gonna feel so easy.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, roll, kick, kick, kick. Good job. Chin back. Chin back. You don't need to stand up yet. Kick, kick, kick on your back. Good. Now stand up. Sink your legs. Shift your weight. Don't stand up until your weight's shifted. Good. Now, that was your first time probably ever swimming with your face in the water on your own, right?
Pineapple doesn't like it.
No, the pineapple is like, well, the pineapple is waiting for you to have more confidence. Once you have more confidence in your own ability to swim, then you'll be able to do it. So how's that? How do we get confidence? Time, experience, practice. You don't have it right now because you don't have 12 days of swimming in your belt. In your belt, you only have 1 day of swimming.
It's my first time swim.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you don't have confidence in it yet. Very soon it'll work for you because you'll be going faster.
Yeah.
And you'll be using the right muscles. Okay, but we're gonna do it one more time this way. Turn around. 3 arm pulls. 1, 2, 3. Roll your back. Kick, 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 and breathe.
Namai, o kick, o do pull, one at a time.
1, 2, 3. Roll. Chin up and kick. And breathe. Chin up and kick and breathe. 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 Yeah, you're on your back. You can breathe. Okay, you're standing up. Good. Shift your weight. Good. Did you notice how that time when you rolled, no water went over your face?
Yeah.
This is the way. That's what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3. Roll. Good. Chin up. Kick. Kick, kick, kick. Keep your arms underwater. Good. Now dismount.
Totally bosso.
Stay low.
Totally bosso.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. Roll. Good. Chin up, kick. Excellent. Your roll is really smooth. Your roll is really smooth, but then when you get to your back, your hips are still sunk.
Yeah.
Stretch out and get your kick going, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Good. So now we're going to practice that one more time, and then I'm going to have them start rolling back onto their belly, doing 3 more strokes, and rolling onto their back again. Okay? This will be the first time that they actually start to get their own breath. And after today, they will officially be swimmers. Because if you remember on day 1, I said that the definition between a swimmer and a non-swimmer is the ability to get your own breath. If you have the ability to get your own breath and keep going while you are in the water, you are a swimmer. If you're not able to get your own breath, then you'll drown and you're not a swimmer. All right, so we're gonna do this one more time. 3 pulls, roll, chin up, kick, kick, kick. Okay, and then dismount. My head always stays still.
Okay.
Even when I'm on my back, it's up and stay still.
Nice.
Excellent. Roll. Chin up. Good. Excellent. Breathe. Good. 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 And roll. Chin up. Chin up. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Good. There you go. Because if you're not going to breathe when you get to your back, why are we rolling onto our back?
Yeah.
Chin up. All right. No, that's okay. Let me help you. I was worried that was going to start happening because on the last one you did, when you're rolling a little too slowly and you're not kicking fast enough. You're not kicking through the roll. So when you roll, make sure it's quick. It needs to be a quick roll. Okay, quick roll, because the slower you roll,
Yes.
the more likely your face just stays underwater. So it needs to be a quick roll.
Yes.
And then the other thing is you need to kick fast through the roll. Okay? So as I'm swimming, I'm kicking fast. As I'm rolling, I'm kicking fast. When I get to my back, I'm kicking fast. My kick is always fast. Watch. Okay? Because if I had speed, watch. If I had speed and then I stop my speed, I'll sink really fast. It's like a boat that suddenly stops. It starts to hover in the water a lot quicker, less to settle in the water. Okay? If I just do that without kicking, it's more likely that I'll settle into the water too deep and then water will go over my face. Quickly, quickly. Kick fast. Go, kick. Chin back, get your belly up. Nice. Yeah, that time your face didn't go underwater. Now, when you get to your back, just get that chin up and you'll be moving backwards faster as opposed to having your chin too low. Quickly, chin up. Fast kicks. Yeah, there you go. Now you got it. Good. Chin up, good. And now you can sit down. Continue to sit down until your weight's shifted in front of you. Now you can stand up. Good job. Nice. Now, when your face is in the water, if you hold it up like this, trying to look at me, it makes the swim a little harder. Okay? I want you to tuck your chin. It might be scary to be looking straight down, but your body will come up a lot. Yeah. Now roll. Chin up, kick. Good. Breathe. You're on your back so you can breathe. Now you sit down and keep sitting down until your weight shifts. Well done. That was so much better. Good job. Forward, deep breath. And roll. Chin up and kick. And breathe. Good. Keep these arms underwater. You don't want to splash. Nice. And then sit up, sit down. My bad, sit down, don't sit down. Good job. Back up a little bit. Let's do it one more time this way. Good job remembering to back up in your fins. Hey, I'm on someone else's fins. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Nice, Afia. Nice. You're a champ. Look at you. Oh my God. That was so easy for her all of a sudden. That was phenomenal. Yeah, all of a sudden that got way easier for you. Not really sure what changed, but we'll take it. Okay. So the last part we're gonna do today is the double pineapple. So now, once they're on their back, I'm gonna have them breathe. And then we're gonna roll back to our belly and take another 2-3 strokes and roll again. Okay? So it's 2 times through it now. If they're able to do this even once, 2 times through, they're swimmers. Because they got their own breath. They're not swimming for very long, and they're not able to keep that going for very long. But if they're able to get their own breath even once, they've been defined as swimmers. So you're gonna take 3 strokes, roll, breathe. 3 breaths usually, roll back, 3 more strokes. So it'll look like this. Breathe. Breathe. And then we'll stop. So it's 2 cycles through now, okay? Arms in front. You're going through this twice now. So when you get to your back, start listening to me. And I'm gonna coach you through the next 2 or 3 steps, okay? And then I'm gonna say, take some breaths. Now get ready to roll. Which arm are you gonna use? And you're gonna tell me, and then I'm gonna roll you. And then you're gonna do 3 more strokes. I'm gonna roll you. I'm gonna say like this. This is a roll. This means roll. When I do this underwater, that means roll again. Because sometimes you'll forget to roll the second time. It means roll again. Once you get to your back the second time, I'll help you stand up, and we'll be done with that. Okay? Good. Okay. Now, kick softly because you're trying to relax. You're trying to catch your breath. Good. The next step is to roll back onto your belly and do 3 more strokes. 3, 2, 1, roll. 1, 2, 3, roll again. Roll. Chin up. Good. Good dismount. Just dismount from there. Good. Nice. He got his own breath. You're a swimmer. Congratulations. You're a swimmer. Arms in front. Deep breath. Head down. Roll. Good roll. Breathe. Arms underwater. Chin up. Good. Breathe again. Good. Are you ready to roll? All right. 3, 2, 1, roll. 1, 2, 3. Roll one more time. Yes! Yes! You're swimming! You're swimming! You're a swimmer. You did it. You did it. It doesn't have to look good, folks. It just has to be your own breath. It doesn't have to look good. It just has to be your own breath, and you're a swimmer. Everything will start to clean up and look a lot better now as they practice this a dozen more times, 2 dozen more times, 2 more months, 3 more months, 5 more. Then they'll start to look more like me, where all of a sudden they look really smooth when they do it too. Okay?
Yes.
Feel good about it?
Yes.
All right. Arms out in front.
good.
3 pulls, pineapple, 3 breaths.
Yes.
Pineapple, 3 pulls, pineapple, done. Dismount. Roll. Chin up. Kick, kick, kick. Breathe. Good. And once you've caught your breath, breathe again. Good. 1, 2, 3. Quick roll. And fast kicks. That's all right. You can just stand there. Good. I got caught in the middle of you. My bad.
Yeah.
Nice. But you got your own breath, and then you got back to your belly on your own. Well done. Bubble in mouth. 3 big strokes. And roll. Chin up. Kick and breathe. 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 Keep your arms underwater. And then roll when you're ready. You're so fast. And then roll again. And stand up. Sorry, I got in your way there once.
No.
You guys are getting faster than I think. All of a sudden you just get this burst of speed and I have to get out of your way real quick. Nice job. You're both swimmers. Feel good?
Yeah.
Say that's the end of day 2.
Thank you.
Yeah? Alrighty guys, well that's it for today. Hopefully you found their progress encouraging for yourselves. If you want to learn how to swim, please reach out to me, email me right here. And then we'll organize your trip to come to Austin, or if you have a heated pool, then I can come to you and we can figure out that as well. But if you found these videos helpful, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to all our members for making this possible each and every month. Buy the merch over on the merch store and follow us on our other social media platforms for shorter clips and tips throughout the week. Now, get ready to rock it.
Hey Johnny, this is me again, Douglas. On the 4th day after finishing everything, I feel now as a swimmer. So as we're going back to Maine, we're gonna be able to practice what we've been learning. And by the time we come back, because we're planning to come back with our kids, we'll be swimming and they will be learning. So this was an amazing experience. I would recommend anybody that wants to learn how to swim to contact Jonny. And I believe the contact and information is in this video. And so please contact him. He's gonna arrange for you to be in and learn from day 1 up to day 4. And once you finish your learning process, you're gonna be like me. Came up here without any experience, now being able to go to the water without being scared at all. So thank you. This was an amazing experience and I would recommend that to anybody. So again, please come, call Jonny, email Jonny so he can put you up. Thank you.